play this thing.
All right,
Should
your
we?
number live.
Oh, we are okay.
Now we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me know when this goes up and you can see it.
Yeah, I think we're live. Yep, 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 yep. There it is. There it
Why
is.
is
There
the
it is. There it is.
quality a disaster? There it
It's
is. That's better.
disastrous. That's really what it is.
That's better.
But
A, a better one.
deeper, deeper, deeper.
Ooh.
All right.
It is a lazy Saturday. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Tell me, Bomb. Tell me what we're doing.
Yo, what's up, J Dub? We're
J-Dub, what's
here.
up?
Let me copy this link and share it to Discord real quick.
What's up?
What's up, Kimosabe?
Hey, Freddie. Welcome. Welcome, J-Dub. All right. So we got some things going down. Bomb and I wrote a book report today. What'd you
That's
say?
fact.
It was like 2
I'll
hours.
say we
So
did.
lazy Sunday morning here, gents. Oh yeah, that's right. Only a Saturday afternoon where we're at over here. So
Mm-hmm.
a couple of things. We've been just ghosting in and out of the Discord chat, Twitter. We're seeing a lot of different things. And so we were like, hey, why don't we just compile what we think might be a game plan that would accomplish a lot of the fears or uncertainty that I feel like a lot of Doge Dashers have right now, as well as come up with something that could potentially be sustainable for Doge Dash as well. And so we drafted something up, which we will get to. We'll wait and have a couple more people join here, and we can do some elite and giveaways in the interim. But we came up with kind of something that we've been refining a little bit. We were refining it last night, and then we kind of have come up with what we think is a pretty good solution for people that are players, NFT holders, people that may not be really good at the game, new adopters, as well as making it long-term sustainable for Doge Dash, which is one of the issues plaguing them right now. So, Bomb, does that sound about right?
I think you pretty much nailed everything. I think the biggest thing is that Finn and we want to see this project go long term. We want to be telling everybody, our friends and family about it. And we want to make sure Doge Dash is successful. I think that's the kind of the heart of almost everybody here because everybody's either invested, they're either playing it, or they own NFTs or more than one. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we want to see it succeed. And to be honest, me personally, a little shocked uh, when the AMA happened, and I was like, I legit was at work, and I called Finn, and I'm like, "Yo, are you hearing this? Like, are you on the AMA or whatever?" And so I reached out to him right away, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And so we've been discussing things for the past 24, just over 24 hours now, pretty
Wow.
consistently.
Yeah, I guess so. It's so weird. It's only been that long. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It feels like longer. I think that's crypto, the
Yeah,
whole
the crypto ages you, doesn't it?
the time. Yeah.
Um,
Uh I'm just gonna read J Dub's comment real quick. Fellas, there is a hell of a lot of FUD out there. One dude going hectic on Telegram and Twitter. So bad. Just curious, are you guys concerned of not being top 100?
okay, so J Dub, first and foremost, our our solution would, and again, our proposal or proposed solution, a couple of things we want to accomplish with this. The first thing is we would want to get feedback from the community about, hey, are there issues that we're potentially not addressing with the proposed solution, which I feel like we've thought of every
Same.
possible thing. But again, that could just be us thinking that we've thought of it until actually it's revealed that we haven't. um, and we want to talk to members of the Doge Dash team as well as community members to see, hey, does this basically fit what the players are feeling, or
Mhm.
what we would want to accomplish with this, and then take that to the core team and say, hey, from your perspective, does this is this doable? Like, would this potentially work, or is this conceding too much, X, Y, or Z, for you guys? So that's the heart behind it. And I do think with what our proposal seeks to accomplish, JDub, that wouldn't be as much of an issue. There's still a huge reward to being in the top 100, but under that proposal, which we'll get to, that's still not as big of an issue. Now, for us personally, I think it's kind of funny because people are always they're connecting with us and they're like, "Well, what do you care? Like, you guys are good enough to be in the top 100, so you shouldn't really care about it." And to be honest with you, that's not our heart. Our heart is, hey, what's best for the project going forward? And layered on top of that, I don't think it's good for the top players in the game anyway, because if people don't feel like they can get in the top 100 of the leaderboard, they're going to stop contributing to the prize pool, which is going to mean that the people that are in the top 100 are going to have less to play for, and it doesn't work for anyone, right? So
Mhm.
that is kind of the heart behind it and what we would like to accomplish by what we're doing there. Hey trainer, hey Mike. Yeah, and so Swamp Sniper, hey, welcome. Yeah, so that's another thing. So we'll get to the document in a second, but there are basically four key areas that we've looked at. Um, I wasn't asking in regards to missing out. I'm just curious on your personal opinions regarding skill. Yeah, so
Mm.
I think here's the thing, and this was something that we've addressed with certain people on the team. Um, we are not your diehard 24 hours a day Doge Dash gamers. We're just not. We both work different full-time jobs, and then we have the ability to get on and play for like 2 or 3 hours, but we're never going to be able to like, hey, I'm gonna donate like 24 hours to this grind to get it done. Like we just can't do that. And so we're more of, I guess, what you would dub the casual gamer. Now, if we had a weekend like on Saturday to give toward ending up in the leaderboard, yeah, and especially with our NFTs, I think that would be something we could accomplish pretty readily. Now, again, I'm not as fixated on that because I believe if it's going to work for us, it's got to work for everyone. Otherwise, it's
Mm.
not going to work for us in the long term. So basically, we identified the four kind of issues that Doge Dash. Oh, bummer bomb.
Yo, what, dude? I just died where you died. That's crazy.
Um,
Yeah.
we kind of addressed four main issues, and we'll get to this when we show the doc in just a second. We drafted it's like 3 or 4 pages. We drafted a doc complete with tables and graphs and charts, so it should be fun. Um, but basically, what we have is we have four key areas that we're looking at, and we'll see if I can remember them. The first one is it's got to be long-term sustainable for Doge Dash. If it's not long-term sustainable for Doge Dash, like we're experiencing right now, it doesn't make sense because it can't stand the test of time. And just like we were talking about with the leaderboard, if Doge Dash as a company doesn't survive, everything we're hoping to achieve doesn't work either. Second
Mhm.
thing there is you need to get new player adoption. If you're not getting new player adoption, it's not going to be a successful product or project, excuse me, for everyone long term. The third thing is you want to reward, and as Paul has discussed, current Gen 1 NFT holders. That needs to be something that happens because people were getting these NFTs with the understanding that, hey, this is going to be a 2x and a 3x. And now, if that's removed, that doesn't necessarily go over well, and at the very least that's going to affect the price action quite a bit, and the floor price of the NFTs, I would see that falling quite a bit. And then finally, you want to be able to reward skilled players that take the time to get good at the game, which is kind of what they're seeking to do with the leaderboard, so we can talk about that a little bit more when we get to kind of the solution there. But those are basically the four key areas. First and foremost, if you can think of a fifth, those were things where I think that those four accomplish kind of the four structures, or the four cornerstones, not cornerstones, the four four corners. I'll just say corners. The four corners of Doge Dash and what it means to be a part of the project. So drop in the chat for us if there's a fifth that you can think of. But we have those four that we're going to address in just a second, and I'll get to chat right after uh, beating level 9 here, which is totally going to happen. If I don't die at the end like I have been recently. Who knows why that's happening? Um, but yeah, those are the four. Bomb, is there a fifth that you can think of? Is Bomb there?
I'm back. Sorry. Here
Oh,
I
that's okay.
am. Yeah.
I died
Uh,
again there. Bomb, I'm telling you,
I
I'm
know. I'm gonna do
psyched
my
out
old
there.
fashioned. I'm gonna do my old way of doing it. But yeah, what's up, Checkpoint? Welcome. Why don't we do a Twitter space? I think maybe after we kind of announce this, I think that would be a good maybe idea. If you guys have some like thoughts on it, maybe pop it in the chat so that people can talk about it. And then if necessary, maybe I'm just more used to Discord. I'll be honest. So that's why like I just don't understand Twitter Spaces and how to set them up and everything. So I'd probably just maybe hop on a call later tonight if people want to still discuss this. But I think our solution and the way we're doing things, sorry, I almost died, is going to be really cool and people are really going to see.
Here, I'll just get chat real quick. In JDub saying nice preamble and context. Thanks, guys. I wasn't asking in regards to, we got that one. Doge Dash Trainer, why don't we do a Twitter space? Checkpoint saying, wonder how this will go in the upcoming weeks ahead. Doge Dash Trainer saying you skip a lot of comments in here because you don't scroll up. It happens a lot of streams.
I don't think
Um,
we've missed
I
any
don't think we've
yet.
missed any yet. I think we got them all.
We're doing our best to touch them all. We should
And
be.
oh, hey, Pardon, welcome. Pardon's here. My only comment so far is that NFTs don't lose their abilities and are more important than ever now. They still 2x or 3x or 5x your score for the leaderboard, which gives you a higher percentage for the pool. So here's where I feel like that could be, and we covered this a little bit earlier on the stream, but basically, if you have and basically what the solution seeks to undo, right, Bomb, is it
Yeah.
actually takes away the 2x and the 3x and the 5x from even factoring in to the overall leaderboard. Or if it is factored in, and we have a solution for this too, if it is factored in, it's not as maximal as 2x, 3x, and 5x. Because what
Yeah.
I think you would see happen, and I think anyone that owns a 2x, 3x, or 5x would agree, and we are part of that crowd, is
Right.
if you are going up against people that have 2x and 3x, there's no chance. If you're both,
Swamp hit it.
oh, he already hit it.
Just read the next comment.
Yeah, yep.
Swamp just hit it.
That's
Yep.
it. That's it right there. What Swamp's saying is
Yep.
it's terrible for mass adoption, because then what's going to end
Yep.
up happening is you're gonna get people that are gonna look at it and they're gonna go, "There's no way in heck I'm gonna end up in the top 100 on that leaderboard. It just doesn't even make sense," and they're gonna
In
stop
other ways,
playing, and then they're gonna stop playing.
I gotta invest 3 grand in order for me to even get close to getting on the leaderboard. Like there's 200 NFTs that give you multipliers, like pretty
Right.
close to that. So
100%. And they're going to stop playing. And when they stop playing, it's going to suck for everyone that holds a 2x,
right,
3x, and 5x, because then the prize pool is going to go down. And the
right.
only people you're going to end up playing against are going to be
Is
other people that
NFT
hold a
holders.
2x and 3x's.
Right.
And you're just going to
Right.
be exchanging money. And basically, your prize pool is going to go down dramatically. Um, so J
You
Dub,
can
good question. So this is a question that like a lot of people like to ask. So who is a player in here versus investor versus both? So there's actually in discussions, there's kind of three different categories. There's player, token investor, and NFT holder, right?
mhm.
So there's person that's a really good player, token investor, and NFT holder. For Bomb and I, we're in all three categories.
Yeah, we are.
We are heavily invested. We are heavily, in the NFTs game for hoping those go, as well
Yeah, we are.
as um, we're obviously players. I mean, we don't play it as much as some other players would play, but we still play. So I mean, do you want to just finish your elite round and then maybe we give
Dude, I'm
the
freaking overthinking it so much right now.
Wait, was that the same place
God.
I die?
Yeah, I didn't even hold it. I don't even know what I'm doing,
I
bro.
know. I'm
I had
overthinking
it.
it now too, and I'm dying there every time.
It's
Hey, maybe that's
stupid.
just the answer to this whole thing is just make level 9 the end. Just get people to overthink the
Yeah.
fireballs and then we're fine. Um
Yeah, go ahead and finish your run, and we can kind of dive into it. That way, people can see it. Player
I
slash
just
investor,
started. I'm literally on 1.
just
So,
die.
like
Uh, I
we can
only
just
own this NFT. Okay, copy.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we can just do it right now. You want to just do it from the get-go
let's
here?
sure we can
Okay.
dive in.
Share
When we
your
read this,
screen.
um, we just want to hear feedback on this because we think this is probably going to be the solution that we see
It could
working.
work.
Right, and it's going to solve everything that we thought of. So if you guys have some thoughts, this is going to be
Yeah.
great. Let's dive in.
Let us know. Let's make it dynamic. Like drop feedback. It's literally a Google Doc. So let us know. We'll change it in live time and here we go.
Hmm.
Trainer saying, I'm all. I think people are scared of the short term seller. You can be a player and accumulate. Daniel saying, I am also in all three categories. Mainly investor, have NFTs, casual player, but once the new system is out, I will stop playing if I can't make any tokens. And honestly, with Bomb and I being
That's
those
it.
casual players, that's the same category we're going to
That's the
fall in.
problem.
We're going to
That
stop
is the problem.
playing because we're not able to play more than 3 hours a day. And it's like
Which
if
means you lose money to your prize pool, which means it goes down because then you only have certain people making it. And then another thing, let's say you're playing with a 2x. Let's say I grind 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day, and I don't have any NFT. Let's say I win consistently all that time. You have 30 people with 5x's or like 25 with 5x's and then 40 with 3x's. And then you have 2x's. So there's like the amount of
144, I believe,
yeah,
144 with two
the
X's.
amount of time, there's just no possible way people that don't have those multipliers are going to even want to play, let
Right.
alone have the chance to even get there. So it messes that up.
I think
And
there.
that's why we came up with this.
And I think there's that loss of translation because the thought is, oh, well, it's going to make NFTs more valuable because then you're going to easily be higher up the leaderboard. But the leaderboard doesn't carry as much weight if everyone else is turned off from participating,
Right.
right? So then
Right.
there's that struggle, that push pull there. So Fortune
Yeah.
saying, "Hey Dashers, hey Fortune, welcome." Daniel saying 100%, and Fortune also saying that she is all three. So if you're going to dress the page on the left, these are the four categories that we talked about, right? These are the four
Can every
things
yeah.
that
I
need
was just gonna say if everybody can read this, if I need to zoom
okay.
it out
Yeah,
more.
can
Zoom
everyone
in more.
read that? It is maybe a little bit hard to read. Let us know. Can you read that and then we'll kind of address a little bit further and then we can move on from there. Can you see that screen just fine? Let us know.
And then we'll continue through it. I'll just read this part, and if you want to take the next part, and then we'll just kind of go through it and talk about it. Um, I think this is the way.
Okay. So yes,
Okay,
very
sweet.
clear. They're saying it's clear.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So yeah, the mission, of course, I think Finn kind of touched on it a little bit. We want long-term sustainability for Doge Dash financially because if their prize pool gets completely uh, diminished and there's nothing there, then we're out and nobody can be making any money. So that's the first mission. The second one, Gen 1 NFT holders are adequately rewarded. For those of you who've invested and got your NFTs, we all want those to be useful and to have a use case 100%. Um, that is one of the biggest things. Another thing is incentive for new player adoption. We want to shill this thing. And if the way that it sounds, it's working right now, there's no possible way for new players to get involved. And the new player barrier is so high, it hurts so much.
And
So,
it hurts us
uh,
all as a result.
right,
Yeah.
right. So that is one of the biggest things. Checkpoint said not all the NFT holders play elite. I'm sure. Then again, not sure if it's still separated through difficulties and everything. Exactly. So there's just a lot of unknown things. So skilled, and then finally, we want to make sure that we're taking care of players that are skilled. And the biggest thing I wanted to see is that if somebody just picks up the game right away, they're able to be in this category of skilled players because you don't want to make a game pay to win. For those of you that actually play FPS games, that completely takes away from people that want to play the game and you lose a ton of players. So those are the missions. That's a lot of talking from me. I'm gonna drink some lemonade while Finn takes this next part once he finishes this level.
All right, sounds good. And with the next section, I'm sorry again, we literally just finished this draft like 2 minutes before we hopped on stream. So I'm
Yeah.
even thinking of things that are rough edits, that typos that are gonna need to be addressed. But let's scroll
Yep.
down. So let's go a little bit lower. All right, so this is revision one. Now this is where I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect if the only way you can earn is via tournament or leaderboard play. You're going to be dissuaded from what we would call story mode, right? If you're playing like Star Fox, Diddy Kong Racing, like Paul was talking about those games, right? You have a story mode and you have the battle mode or 4 player mode. And it would be awesome if you could take your skills from the 1 player mode to the competition competitor landscape of the 4 player mode. So basically, the way that we were looking around this is what if we hit it with a seasonal, like every quarter of the year, a seasonal theme or a seasonal new levels, new variations, all that stuff are released. And there's a seasonal cap with the amount of tokens that you can earn in non tournament or non leaderboard play. So, this being 100,000 coins is just the specific example we're working with for this one. And you can retroactively divide and say, hey, we're going to divide this throughout the daily limit is going to be X amount or Y amount, but make it only up to 100K for the season. Otherwise, you're just going to be like Doge Dash will just be bleeding tokens like they are right now, and that's completely unsustainable. So if you have a low cap to how much people can earn in non-tournament mode or non-leaderboard mode, this would still get new players as well as people that would play every so often in order to make sure that they can get the tokens that are on the table to earn. And so it's just broken down there by quarter. You can see January to March, 100K max. And so basically that 400K limit um, on the annual earnings for, and we'll get to this in a little bit, for non NFT holders. Okay, so to accommodate new users, gamers, the story mode will be split up by difficulty level, maxing out with a certain amount you're able to win on each difficulty. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a table right here. So this encourages skill development. As you guys know, when you learned how to play the game, you didn't start on elite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that, like Bomb said, that barrier, that learning curve is where we're going to lose a lot of players if we don't have the like they play the demo, then they want to do play to earn, but they're like, I'm never going to earn because I've got to master this, master this, master this, and then get to elite. And oops, I can't even win because I don't have an NFT. So
Exactly.
sucks to be me. So this is a way where you can still have new adopters. And it's encouraging because as soon as you've hit your limit, you can say, hey, you can sign up and you can earn as a new adopter. And as soon as you win on, normal, or whatever, you can still have that natural progression from demo to normal to hard to elite, and you're earning all the way. And so, say you hit your token max on normal mode, right? So you've it says, "Hey, congratulations, you're prompted," and it says you are now ready for hard mode. Or continue playing, and you can contribute to the leadership pool and potentially win tokens there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you move to hard mode, you can win all those tokens again, and same thing with elite mode. So you're still getting new player adoption and still getting people up to speed. Okay. So,
Real quick, I'm just going to read chat. Party
yeah,
said that slows the bleeding but doesn't solve it long term if there are a lot of players. That's a great point, and that's why further down
yeah,
we address that problem because yeah, that we definitely thought about that because obviously this is the same thing of still losing money. So, but we address that later
100%.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
good point.
cool. Let's scroll down a little bit here. So every new season introduces new levels variations where there will be a learning curve for all gamers, right? Because new variations and all that stuff, you're going to get that learning curve, but it's going to be awesome if you have elite level players are also going to want to play different levels and like have that kind of interaction because once you hit your elite threshold, you can play for tournament play, or you can say, hey, I want to try to also win tokens outside of leaderboard play on normal or hard and get that kind of experience, and it gets that broad range
Mhm.
experience, and you're playing, across the board there. All right, next
Right.
one. And again,
All right.
the 100K, it's not like a hard and fast 100K. Like, you can make that number whatever you want to make it. It can
Right.
be half of 100K, whatever, but it's basically what we're using just for this example.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Bomb.
Let's jump into Gen 1 NFTs because that's really where everyone's kind of mostly concerned, I feel like, and that's why we want to address this as well because we are NFT holders ourselves. So Gen 1 NFT holders are the only kind that can win additional tokens to the seasonal cap. So outside of tournament and leaderboard play, more on this in a moment, just so you guys know. All right, pardon. See you guys later. Have a good one.
Take care, pardon. Take it
Have a good one.
easy.
All right, I'm gonna read this, and then if you want to talk about chat here in a sec. So,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
2x, 3x, and 5x NFT holders would no longer have their multipliers displayed in relation to the leaderboard. Now, we said it could also potentially, if it makes sense, be a 1.2x, 1.3x, or 1.5x multiplier in relation to the leaderboard. However, it's too much of a reward for the 2x, 3x, and 5x holders in relation to the leaderboard rankings, which will discourage non holders from participating in the prize pool. This ultimately would harm the 2x, 3x, and 5x holders. This being written by, of course, us elite players that hold both 2x's and 3x's. If you want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what Daniel said real quick.
Yeah, so Daniel's saying, is the max profit you can win, or max tokens, full stop? What if it takes 200,000 tokens to win 50,000 in elite? Just wondering if you thought about that as well. I don't.
That's a good point.
200,000 tokens. That's a
I
that's a
mean,
lot of tokens.
you're dashing 20,000 times.
So
If you can't beat
no.
that, you're not. You shouldn't be playing
Is
this
that
game.
is that
I'm
how much
sorry.
it is? Is that
Divided by 100, right? 2,000.
said 2,000? I mean, yeah, I have to say, like, 2,000. I don't even
Yeah.
think I've done 2,000 dashes in Doge
Or
Dash.
or just overall rule, you make a profit when you're playing, right? You know.
Yeah, I mean, either
So
way that would work.
yeah.
Okay, J Dub, hold on a second.
Yes, J Dubs.
We're getting there.
Yes,
We're getting there,
that's what we
J
want
Dub.
to talk about.
Okay, what about other
So
NFT holders who don't have a
back
2x?
to our point above on NFT holders winning outside of tournament play. Let's say you play. So here's the example. You're gonna play on Elite. This is for the example. Let's say you play Elite and win while collecting all 10,000 coins. Now, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, and bear with me. So, average Generation 1 NFTs are going to get 20%. This is going to happen in Q4 because the reason of that happening is there's too many Generation 1 NFTs right now, which means we have to get more adopters in, which is going to make more people with Gen 1 NFTs promote it, shill it, etc. The same thing is going to happen with the wings, Xeyes, and halos, but you're going to get 30% along with your in-game abilities. Let
We're
me add
missing a closed paren. There it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Closed paren. Ah!
Hold up.
Oh,
Here we go.
we're back.
All right.
So,
Yes.
and that's the thing. Your in-game abilities, like the Halo, the Xeyes, and the Wings, those are automatically going to be just helpful in typical gameplay, as well
Yeah.
as help for the leaderboard. But there's, again, a lot of them in circulation right now, and so you would have to do, as the company, with more holders adopting this, you'd have to do at the very least a staggered release, to where you would maybe do in Q4, you do Wings, Xeyes, and Halos. Now their earning is turned on for outside of tournament play because we just got to 120K holders. And then, at Q1 of the following year, Gen 1 NFT holders can get that 20%. And you can also do that for Gen 2 holders, and that
Right.
there's something that's created in the future there. But basically, a 2x gets 100%, 3x gets 200%, and 5x gets 400%. This is broken down further just beneath this. So you might want to zoom out just a skosh there.
A
Or
skosh.
maybe that's fine. That's
No,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah.
All right. So this is what this looks like in terms
Re-
of total. Go ahead, Bomb.
yeah, real quick, J Dubs. Yeah, don't forget the sneakers. That's also included. That's what we meant by wings, the wings as well as the sneakers.
Yeah,
The
wing
normal
sneakers.
sneakers don't do anything. But yeah, same thing. So this is what it looks like according to the percentages here. Gen 1, this stuff will come in Q4 whenever they decide to release it if we get enough players playing the game. So what happens is you're doing a perfect run on Elite, which means you win 10,000 tokens. Okay.
Nice job.
Way to go. That's impressive. So those 10,000 tokens get contributed toward the leaderboard prize, while your portal winnings come out to your own like portal where we're seeing it, where then you can decide to claim the coins what you want. So the same thing, it's respective across the board. So for a 2x, normally you would have gotten 20,000, but now you're only getting 10,000. The 10,000 goes towards the leaderboard prize to make it even for everybody else. For new players and people that don't have NFTs, they can still win tokens as well in the leaderboard. So you can see this across a 3x as well. 3x 10,000 goes 20,000 to your portal, 5x 10,000 40,000.
Right. And
So
so
that's
again,
go
these
ahead.
are arbitrary numbers that we assign to it, but you'd get the idea that the 3x, 5x, I think the concern throughout the general community is that, hey, I bought a 3x, I bought an ultra rare, I bought a 2x chain and paid quite a bit of money for them with the expectation that it was going to be somewhat synonymous with how it is right now and that I would be able to continue earning, at some rate. And so I think the biggest thing here is this would increase the value dramatically of those Gen 1 at like high price ticket items for the NFT holders
Mm-hmm.
because they would continue past that cap to be earning. And I mean, can you imagine the floor price of the NFTs if you're able to continue earning outside of tournament play? And then again, when the wings, the XIs, and the Halos, like they release as well, then it's just going to increase dramatically as well. And you could do a staggered release for, whatever you would have to do here in order to accomplish that. But can you scroll down just a little bit? So that's you kind of take a screenshot of that in your head. But so kind of this is just the conclusion for sustainability. Um, and then additional measures. This is kind of for the Doge Dash team. Like if there are ways or things that need to be done to change the win rate, because I think first and foremost the variations, if you have more variations or like
Yeah.
every level has like 3 or 4 variations and you kind of got to react in live time, I can tell you the win ratio is going to plummet for even really good players. So I think that's a good one to have. With each season you have 3 to 5 variations, they don't know what they're going to get and they have to try to react and learn kind of in game in that level. And then do you want to read the other two at the top there, Bomb, and elaborate
Yeah.
further?
So Doge Dash can increase the cost per dash relative to the potential rewards earned from winning. In other words, this is just giving more money back into their own wallet while people are still playing for the leaderboards and tournaments. The next thing is Doge Dash can take a hefty percentage of the tournament slash leaderboard pool before the rewards for each position 1 through 100 is displayed. Would be cool if that was counting in live time as well. So, for example, on that one, let's say you had everybody playing and the total amount of tokens one was 10 million. They decide to only give out 6 or 7 million. They keep those 3 million. That way they're not burning as much and everybody else feels good that they're winning some, as well as the 2x 3x 5x holders are also winning some. So that way it kind of works with everything, as well as increased level variations. Like Finn was saying, it's going to make for a more sustainable win ratio because you're consistently having that change up. People are paying for more Doge dashes for a dash. um, and it adds to the overall kind of ecosystem of that. And so we see this as kind of being more long term sustainably. I think perhaps measures are going to have to be taken place um, to increase the prize pool coins, but I think this definitely takes care of it for a long time, if not
Yeah,
takes care
and
of it.
and along there with the longevity of it, the reason I think it is more of a long term solution is because right now their concerns seem to stem from, hey, we have like 2,500 gamers right now. If we went from like 2,500, 3 grand to 10 grand to 30 grand to 50 grand and we're dishing out all these tokens, like we're going to be in trouble in a very short amount of time. Yet if your only people that can continue to earn beyond a certain point are the people that, like, it's under 200, right? It's under 200 that hold a 2x or greater. Then you're going to
Right.
see the value skyrocket of those, and you never have to worry about that expedient bleed because it's really controlled based on those 200 NFTs. And then if you realize, hey, we actually have got some give to give to the holders here, then we can introduce, hey, now your wing shoes, your wings, XIs, and halos, they're all going to experience that diminished return reward that shows up there. And what you can even do,
Right.
and this is, if you could scroll up a little bit, Bomb, you could even take right there, perfect. You could
This
even
is the
take this,
screenshot that we need.
yeah, you could take this and you could say, hey, with the 2x, the 3x, and the 5x, after the 2x has reached 500,000 tokens, then the portal winnings are going to be cut in half from 10,000 to
Mm.
5,000, right? For the next
Yep.
500,000. Then it's going to be cut in half again. So you're never going to be turned off from earning. You can always play to earn if you're on that list of NFT investor and like you believed in the project from the get go, right?
Right.
And it's just going to really like your earning rate, if you will, is going to go like that from the start of the season to the end. But if you hold those Gen 1 NFTs, especially 2x or better, it's going to go down, it's going to plateau, it's going to go down, it's going to plateau, and you're still going to have that ability to earn throughout, which I think everyone, nobody wants to just have only the one through 100 on the
Right.
leaderboard earning, because first of all, that's a very small amount of people. And secondly, because it's such a small amount of people, no one's going to be incentivized to play, and you're going to lose the prize pool or the rewards that are dished out at the end of the day. So, curious to get your guys' thoughts. I'll just read chat. Really interesting. So, Daniel says, wow, that's an interesting idea. Very well thought of that one. I think had integration come earlier and people had a chance to use the abilities, for 2x, there wouldn't be as much issues at the moment. People feel upset they bought them and haven't been able to use them. So this is another thing, we didn't include it there, but kind of agree there. I think what would be good is if they have a time span between a when they release the leaderboard method, or some revision here where they say, hey, for a week, for 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever that number looks like, you're going to be able
Right.
to play and earn at a 2x or 3x rate. Because I would agree, I think a lot of people did purchase with that assumption. And it
Mhm.
was kind of, it was stated by the team, right? They said it was going to be a 2x if you had a chain, it's going to be a 3x if you have a crown. And I think it's important that it's not,
They
oh, well,
let
it's
that
just going to be a
happen.
2x and now they're really just
Right.
points. And it's like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. So I think it would be good if they did something like that, where they actually reward that for a short period of time. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens. This was just something where we were thinking about it, but from your guys' perspective, this is important because from
Right.
us, we're looking at, we're NFT holders, we're players, and we're investors, and for us it satisfies, like, we'd be cool with it, right? We'd be okay with it. So from your perspective, is there something that you see in that where you're like, hey, I'm not cool with that, like I'm not okay with that,
Right.
I don't think that works for me? Let us know, because we want to see, it's an interesting position, that push pull between all four corners like we talked about. You can't go
Mhm.
too far from sustainability or unsustainability, otherwise it doesn't work, and you can't go too holder centric, otherwise the company goes under. And so we're trying to be tethered somewhere in the middle there, and we really want to know what you guys think. It looks like Daniel just said fantastic idea, the Doge Dash team need to see this video, excellent idea guys, makes a lot of sense. Appreciate that feedback, Daniel. Anyone else, let us know. I
I
feel
think
like,
another
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say another thing. I think you guys, if you could think about it from Doge Dash's perspective, and what we might not be thinking about, if something comes to mind on. I mean, Pardon said it earlier. He said, "Oh, this isn't gonna work because this just slows the bleed." Um, I mean, let's just assume that worst case scenario, it does just slow the bleed. I think that's more than beneficial to come up with other ways. And I've already discussed this with Finn, but there are multiple ways to be making profit as a company with Doge Dash to then be able to pay for these winnings because it really does. It wouldn't take that many tokens, in my opinion, with this new system, right? And so if there's other things that come to mind on, because I feel like we addressed pardons pretty well, but if something comes to mind, what would you guys say from the Doge Dash side that they might be saying, oh, this isn't going to work because of X?
Great question. And I see
I can
some.
touch on chat. Yeah,
Yeah, hold up. All right. Hold. All right. So Fortune saying, thank you guys for putting so much thought and effort into this. You are great. I love you, Fortune. Thanks. I personally really like your idea of keeping the mode system to a certain degree. Yeah, like this the story mode system, I think is what that's referring to a certain degree. It gives people an opportunity, and yeah, that's the biggest thing right there. It's a play to earn game, and if it's really a pay to play, right, and you're
right,
not
right,
able to really have that chance to win truly, I feel like you're just going to lose a lot of people, and that new adoption isn't going to be there, which we need it to be there for the
right.
project to succeed for where the and I specify for where the project is at now, right? In the
Hmm.
future, there's likely going to be more add-ons. They're talking about like
More
there's
games
a
are going to be
lot
coming
more,
too.
right? So it's not just that, but that's where we're at right now. So if it slows the bleed for where we're at right now, I'm good with it, right? If we can get like, hey, this is this helps us with people that purchase those NFTs, and yeah, hey, we would run out in 4 years time or 5 years time or 6 years time with this
Right,
model. It's like, look, with your current model, you could maybe not last that long with in terms of holders. So like that's just something you might want to think uh, about maybe altering that a little bit so that you don't get people that bought into the vision early, bought into the
right.
dream of Doge Dash and the NFT value, right? Really seeing that plummet. So Fortune, or let's see, Doge Dash trainer saying driving. Share a link to the doc. Need to comment after reviewing. So I think for privacy reasons, we're probably not going to share the document because I think we both did it from Google Doc. I could be
I
wrong.
believe, yeah, I think we both used our personal stuff,
We
so um
yeah,
we're probably gonna have to do it, or I mean, you could rewatch it, or maybe we post a picture of it. Maybe
Yeah,
would be
I think
best.
maybe a picture. And if you want to copy it down, you can
Yeah,
copy it down, or we can copy the text and post it in Discord
right.
or something like that. And then let's see. Fortune says to still earn while learning and grinding to get into the elite tournament. Yeah, I think that's important. That
Right.
progression, right? That progression from levels is so important.
Hmm.
J Dub saying need to find a way to lock one tokens for a period of time, even lock the winning into liquidity for, say, 30 days. Controversial. Excuse me. Controversial, but might work. So I got to.
Yeah, I mean, again, that could be where that's a good point. Maybe you have it to where you can only take your winnings out every 7 days or 14 days, and then everybody's kind of staggered. That way, there's not a massive sell off every time.
Well,
Um,
wouldn't there be a massive. Oh, I guess if it was 7 days from when you withdrew. Hey, didn't you tie your record? Isn't that your record?
yes, dude, I need one more coin. I
just
want to hit 9,700,
just
dude.
grab another coin next time. Just don't forget about it.
I'm trying. Yeah.
I
So
saw
yeah, I
you.
mean,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you
I was
got
just
it.
gonna say, I saw that you almost died on that fire again. It
I
barely
almost
missed
did.
the top
I know.
fire. That was close. Um,
Yeah, so if you guys have any other like comments or things on this, we both think this is going to be a solution, or at least to slow the bleed enough to where Doge Dash can start making profits on other things to then work in having more to the prize pool. Um, so yeah,
yeah,
um,
and I don't even know that it would really be too much of a bleed. I mean, again, I'm not looking at the
right,
financials there, but I'm just contrasting with what we currently have now, and it's nothing like we currently have now, and
right,
it would save an absolute ton from where we're at here,
right.
as well as still. maintain the integrity and value of the Gen 1 uh, NFTs.
And of course, with everything they have
Yeah.
coming out, I mean, like I'm sure they already know that they can be making a ton of money long term with these other projects. For example, you look at the NFT sharing. If if for example they start the NFT sharing and then take a percentage of that and it goes back to the winning pool, right? They have those options open to them, and so I think this is a perfect thing to quote unquote slow the bleed, if you will, and give time for the new opportunities and new ways to continue to make this game profitable for all them as well as for everybody else to have the play to earn and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're looking for objections to this. I think is the biggest thing. Fortune says I agree. The Doge Dash team need to see this. I hope so. Hope so. I think if people want to kind of shoot it out to Telegram, I think that might be another thing too, because I know most of them hang out on Telegram. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think this will work.
that would be cool. And let us know if you missed any of the pages. We can go back through and go to the pages, or darn it. If you want to
Did you
see,
die?
yeah, I did, and I even
Uh,
died on level 10. I
no,
know, and I yeah.
because
Uh,
I think we can get stuck in this mindset because we kind of created this idea on like we're now all for it, right? And we don't sometimes we can't see things that other people would see. So that's why like the objections to it
oh
would be
yeah,
awesome. But I don't see I really just don't see like an objection that could go against this really that well. Because I mean, the biggest thing I think is NFT holders is that this is really going to help NFT holders as well as bump the floor price up tremendously too.
and
So
new adopters. I think those two
right.
categories are like the biggest ones that would get in a tough place from what's being proposed right now. I feel like those two would suffer.
I'm taking a different route.
Why are you taking a different?
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
I am dealing with glitches like crazy on this stream. Yesterday's stream was fine. The glitches
Yeah,
are just no mercy. I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Hmm.
Can you extend a hand of peace to my screen, and just we'll see if that does something. Just
That ain't happening.
you can hold up a peace sign. Just tell my monitor to be better, to just relax a little bit.
I'm gonna get a perfect score on level 1 right now.
No, you're not. Not
Yes,
possible.
I am.
Not possible. Are you playing?
Oh shucks. Jay said, J Dub said, difficult one as we didn't get all the info, re the revision or financials, etc. We had an AMA and we haven't heard from the team really since. Next AMA will be interesting. Sure, yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
I was booted.
They kind of just mic dropped and walked off. I I think they were talking a lot in Telegram to ask questions and stuff, but I do think this was kind of a big like
I think that
drop.
it needed more explanation, and I don't think
Right. They didn't
they
have enough. You got it. You were answering. You were explaining it.
yeah yeah bit yeah you know you know I feel like it was. Hold on, I got booted and it's not letting me back in. But
And
yeah, I would agree. I feel like people were kind of like, wait, what? And so they sought clarification after the fact because they didn't know. And I think this could have been explained better. They didn't
right,
know that the that basically the play to earn model as we know it is actually being replaced by the tournament mode and the other. So people are like, is it in addition to, or it's full on
right,
replacing? Like, what's happening? And
right,
I think that could have been done a little bit better. So
right.
again,
I,
no, I
I
really
don't
don't
think they
have that
expected.
many
I don't
coins.
think they expected such heavy backlash. Um, no, I think they knew they were going to get backlash 100%. I think they knew that. Um, I jumped there, whatever.
I got
I
booted
think
again. I
I
keep
think they
getting
knew
kicked.
that. Dude, figure it out, Finn.
I
Uh,
do you think I don't want to say do you think they didn't expect backlash, or do you think they
no,
knew
I
it
think
was
they
going
did.
you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
So do you think they because I it
Maybe
sounds
they didn't.
like
Maybe they. I don't know.
it
Maybe they
well,
did.
well
Maybe
see
they
that's the
didn't.
thing.
I
It
don't
almost
care.
sounds like they thought they were helping the players that play the
Or the
game a lot.
NFT holders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like the people that are really good at the game, it sounded like they thought they would be stoked. And it's like you have
Right.
every single player that is really good at the game that's an NFT holder that's like,
I mean,
no.
yeah, they're, for example, they're saying to people like us, Finn and Bomb, who hold NFTs, who are, I would say, good at the game,
Well,
that
not
like,
right now.
yeah, but like to say, oh, they should be stoked about it, and we were the first people to get on a call, and we're like, hey, did you hear what happened? Like, this is terrible. Like, this is not what we were hoping for, and not what is going to work out, kind of thing. Like, we're not going to be able to shill this to anybody. We're not going to be able to promote it to anybody. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of the big thing. But yeah, I don't think they were expecting it as heavy. Probably, I think everyone had a plan with this game to be like, yo, I'm gonna be able to play this game and then retire, and it to be my full-time job. And I said that too, but I'm not. I wasn't gonna do it yet until I actually saw that it was as possible, I guess I should say.
Now, do you spell possible PAW? Is that
Wow. Just wow.
at a time like this? I'm sorry. Okay, I can't deal with the glitches. I had two that time within a second. I can't. I'm gonna
As
have to.
crazy,
I'm gonna have to do
you need to
something
figure this
different
out.
here. Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna try to reload.
I'll get chat. Daniel says, as crazy as it sounds, I'm not sure that they thought it through as much as they should have. They have so much going on. I think you two have given it more thought than they did. I would agree with that. I think it's we're able to take such a different perspective. For the one, we love video games so much, I think, and we love Doge Dash, and we're on the other side of it, and I think
I
we're
well,
able
hold
to
on.
see
I
things
think
differently.
that's more accurate than we've probably thought of it more than they. I don't think they haven't thought of it. I
Right,
think they're thinking of it from the other perspective of, hey,
right,
we're bleeding cash and we can't operate if this keeps up. And
right,
so I think they've thought about it, but it's more about, hey, how can we? Gosh, I am glitching all over the place today for some reason. But they've thought about it from that perspective, and they kind of just assumed, hey, the really good players, we're going to do right by them, but we can't really help out every player. But I wouldn't say that they didn't think about it at all. I just think they thought about it mostly from the perspective of, hey, we've got to keep the company afloat,
right.
and that was kind of driving their decisions, which understandably so, because Doge
Yeah,
Dash doesn't exist if they go belly up,
right.
right?
Brandon said, I do think ultra rare NFTs in competition are crazy because it is an advantage against another player instead of a benefit for yourself. Yeah, it makes it impossible. If you have an ultra rare NFT, I'm not even going to play against people that have ultra rares. It's completely pointless. You don't get anything, in my opinion. It's terrible. Desolate said the PvP form. I'm sorry, that's just honest.
How do
That's
you
just my
feel about it,
perspective.
Paul? Tell us how you
I'm
feel.
sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that, but
That's just
that's just
terrible.
it. That's just it. That's everybody's perspective on it. Like,
I'm
that's just, oh
hey
my gosh, I'm going against a 3x, a 5x, and a 2x. Good luck. I'm out of here. You guys can play. And then it's
hey
not gonna
I
work.
I didn't say I disagreed with you. I'm just saying it
I
was funny how
Yeah,
you said it.
it's true. Desolate said that this PvP format is heavily inspired by Finn and Bomb's duel, so technically these changes are their fault. No, nah, don't even
wait,
start
wait,
with me, dude.
reread that. Hold on, that was great.
This PvP format is heavily inspired by Finn and Bomb's duel, so technically these changes are their fault.
This is
Ha
so.
ha ha.
I would say to some degree that might
Dude,
not be wrong. So I'm
they,
sorry.
I do think that partly that is right, but I already told Finn about this. What they should have done is they should have done tournaments like this, because they should have done duels as in tournaments, which they're trying to do right now, but it should not have been the only way to play the game. And I talked to Finn, I was like, let's host some tournaments like this and do that. So we've been talking about that, but yeah, that is not fair to say, Tesla. How could you do
This
that?
was your fault, Bomb. You did this. I only bear 30% of that responsibility. And the rest is on you. Oh my goodness,
And
that's
then
so funny. Best comment of the stream so far. Oh man.
Fortune said that's some truth, Daniel. Daniel said, yeah, exactly. I agree. They definitely thought about it a lot, but not from every angle. Exactly. Checkpoint said you guys did this.
Oh
Fortune
no.
said,
Put down
funny
your
though.
torches. Put them down. Pitchforks and torches. They're coming for us, Bob.
I know. Fortune said, funny though, they just nonchalantly mention it. Oh yeah, we got these duels, says Paul. Yeah. I yeah, they hey, I'm I'm sorry, but maybe none of them are like players anymore, and they just couldn't think about it from our perspective. But
I
from
don't
every player's
know.
perspective,
I think they thought about it, but I think they didn't get maybe a big enough sample size or a big enough, hey, like, and this is where I
right,
think it would have been helpful. And I think they're actually seeking to do this more so as we speak, based on the response, which is awesome. They're always learning, always growing
right,
where that's concerned. But I think they're now like, hey, whenever we're thinking about releasing something like this, we need to have players that are in the community that we know and that we trust, that we can basically bounce the idea off of really
right,
quickly and just say, what would your thoughts be about this if we did X, Y, or Z? Because I think that would be helpful versus, hey, what is someone on Doge Dash's payroll that, is
right, right,
basically
right.
speaking from the company's perspective? What do they think about it? It's weird, but it's kind of like a union, right? A union at a company. And like, hey, what is the employees or the holders or the players perspective on this? And sometimes there's only so much you can do as a company, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes there's only so much that you can say or you can do to try to make good, um, with what you have. And sometimes where profits are low, you can only do so much. But I think Doge Dash as a whole would be open to potential solutions where they can accomplish both potentially. And I think that's what
Right.
something like this would seek to accomplish both, and it would satisfy both sides of the aisle, as it were.
Of the sandwich.
Both sides, sure,
Sorry,
of,
food. All
of the
right, let me
sand.
get chat real quick. People are overestimating how good you are and rare holders are. And they may not give NFT credit for people not actually buying in ultra rare. Sorry. People are overestimating how good ultra rare and rare holders are, and they may not give NFT credit for people not actually buying an ultra rare or rare. Um,
Wait,
but yeah,
what does that mean? Who said
I
that? I'm trying to think.
Doge Dash Trainer said that.
What is? Say that again.
People are overestimating how good ultra rare and rare holders are, and they may not give NFT credit for people not actually buying an ultra rare or rare. I don't really understand that.
So, like the players or the NFTs themselves?
Yeah, what are we overestimating?
Um,
The
and
holders?
then Fortune
Yeah.
says, didn't even say your names and just stole your idea. Look, if it Fortune, I have Fortune going to town for us in the ring. I love it. If it makes Doge Dash better, and if it makes the experience more enhanced and more involved, like that's why we started the duels. We wanted to make it more like communal, right? We wanted to make it more of a
Right.
community kind of feel and atmosphere. And if they're able to set that up and do so, I'd recommend doing it with nice job, you got all those coins. I'd recommend doing it with the input of players as well as people that are like actively in the community to see how to best go about this or that,
Mm-hmm.
because I think something was missed when they are are doing that, like with the tournament or the leaderboard. And who knows? The
Right.
tournament they haven't really announced specifics on, so we don't know.
Right.
It could be different where that's concerned. But I think if it betters the community, like go for it. Like I think it's cool to kind of roll that out, and we can all kind of benefit from it. And that's why we want to engage in those ideas and see what ideas you guys have, so we can make it better for all of us here. J-Dub saying Doge Dash Trainer agree. Um, Brandon saying, what was your proposed solution? I missed the first half. We'll go to the doc after both of our games here really quick. Actually, that's going to be take kind of a little bit, isn't it?
No, I'm level 9 right here. I'm almost done.
Okay. Um, and then Doge Dash Trainer saying, just look at Pardon's syndicate comment. Oh, are you referring to NFT sharing? Is that what it's Is that what it means? NFT sharing or NFT like borrowing? Is it that?
I'm not concerned about any of that right now, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just concerned about how to keep Doge Dash alive and then being able to shill it to more people because you're going to need new investors. But I think the biggest problem right now is that they're not making money necessarily off new investors or making enough. And so that's why I think this solution works better for that. Um,
Okay, so can you read after Doge
yeah,
Dash Trainer's comment there? I think it's like 5 comments up from the bottom. If you can
yeah.
take over from there.
Players who don't have ultra rare or rare, he's talking about, I believe. They are great players without NFTs. Exactly. And that's what we're saying. Players that are good without NFTs have no chance after this. That's what we're saying. And that's why we don't it's not going to work in my opinion, and I think Finn's as well. If leaderboard is say every 6 hours, gives everyone a chance with time zones, etc. Yeah, I mean, but you can have people playing 6 to 12 hours a day. It's difficult. And then if you have somebody with an ultra rare, etc. I said people are overestimating the skill level in game for the ultra rare and rare NFT holders. I don't think so at all.
What?
I think I said people are overestimating the skill level in game for the ultra rare and rare NFT holders. You put an ultra rare in Finn's hand or my hand, and we're winning elite almost every game. I would say that's 5 lives with
Hold on.
5x.
I
Like,
am not today. Not speak for yourself, bomb.
yeah, but we're streaming, so we have a massive lag. You take out the lag,
Yeah.
we're going to be
I
consistently winning. Like I'm telling you, off stream, we can do really well. I'm just saying. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, it
Um,
is true.
because they don't want people passing the
This is
ultra rares around. I think they might verify the actual owner or the 3x or the 2x. Yeah, that could be true.
this
Uh,
is glitching like crazy.
but
Hang
yeah,
on.
Fortune, I agree. Why wouldn't they want people to share? I think they need to make it to where people can share, but they're taking a percentage of it because then you can have 5x running 24 hours, which then would hinder them in the long run.
Right. So,
Exactly.
yeah, but
All
I
right.
think they're launching NFT sharing later, right?
Yeah, they said that. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens there. But doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go through this solution real quick again for Brandon. I think it. I think I should maybe take some screenshots of this, and so we can post it in the Discord maybe. Um,
I am glitching so much right now. It's so I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything, but like it's really bad. But go ahead. Sorry. I'm just focused
yeah.
on
Pardon
beating
said,
level
looks
2.
like I came back just in time for my name to be put out there.
For my
Huh?
name to be put out there?
I don't know. I think they were just talking about a comment you had. Pardon. We do want sharing, but only with the official system. The way people are doing it ahead of time are sketchy, and people are going to get scammed. Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
biggest thing is that yeah, it's against terms of service to be playing on your account. That's not yours. Yep, it's true.
Yeah, so I agree. I think it's good to have the
It's
system
sketchy,
going
100%.
right. So it should be a Doge Dash sharing, like you can only share through Doge Dash's
Right.
NFT sharing method. But I think that goes to I think that was Trainer's comment up above, right? The one about NFT sharing and Pardon's referring to yeah. So Pardon, I think Pardon's referring to Doge Dash Trainer's comment about the Pardon's comment in Discord, right? Am I wrong?
Okay. I'm just
Maybe.
gonna. Okay,
Let's.
we're just gonna go through the doc. We're gonna go through the doc again for people that missed
I'm
it.
trying to I'm
Um,
trying to figure it out. It's an Easter egg.
this pardon, yeah, yeah. I welcome back, pardon. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this, and then Brandon, you also want to see this, so we're gonna run through it real quick for everybody, and then maybe take some screenshots and see if we can get some people looking at this stuff. So revision 100 coin max cap for earning rewards outside of tournament or leaderboard play every season. It can be divided by slash broken down daily or weekly. This is kind of how it would look. Again, these numbers can be mixed around however it makes sense to keep things going, because the biggest thing is we need to have these new holders coming in, because if we don't have new people, new holders and new players, it's going to be a big problem. To accommodate new users and gamers, the story mode play will also be split up by each difficulty level, maxing out with a certain amount you're able to win on each difficulty, which will be shown below. This encourages skill development within the game, moving from the demo, normal, hard, and elite. For example, normal mode, you get 20,000 max, hard mode, 30,000 max, elite, 50,000 max, etc. Or that's it. There's no etc. Every new season introduces new levels and variations where there will be a quote unquote learning curve for all gamers. Um, J Dub said, "What happened there, Finn? Looks like you died."
I don't even know. It's really, I'll say this, it's like right now it's even on this level, it's so glitchy. Like my frames per second is like zero point 0.5. It's really bad right now. I'm trying to just play with like it I will like click and then it will like I'll be in the air and then I'll be back on the ground. Like right now it's like it's
No
really
excuses.
really bad. I'm trying to just stay
Yeah.
alive even on level 2. Yeah, I don't know if I can play with it being as lagged as it is right now. But go ahead.
All
Sorry.
right, Gen 1 NFT holders. Gen 1 NFT holders are the only kind that can win additional tokens to the seasonal cap. Outside of tournament and leaderboard play, more on this in a moment. So 2x, 3x, and 5x NFT holders would no longer have their multipliers displayed in relation to the leaderboard, which is what they were initially saying. We could actually potentially have it be to 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 if that's something they want to do. However, too much of a reward for the 2x, 3x, and 5x holders in relation to the leaderboard rankings will discourage non holders from participating in the prize pool. In other words, if I go to the mall and I say, hey, play Doge Dash, oh, only the top 100 people are winning. And if you don't have an NFT, you're kind of screwed. So good luck, you know?
Hey, sick
Uh,
sales pitch there, Bomb.
I'm just saying, like, honestly, somebody from the Doge Dash team sell this to a new person. It's just so
No,
like you
hold on.
can't show that.
I've got it.
You know what I mean,
No,
though?
I've got it. And see, this is this is probably very sardonically going to communicate. I going to communicate the issue, but all you have to do is basically start with the demo, learn how to play, and when you get good, then you move to the normal. Okay, then when you get good at the normal, you move to the hard. When you get good at hard, you move to elite. Then you start winning consistently on elite. Then you purchase a Gen a Gen 1 NFT, a 2x, a 3x, or a 5x. If they're not on sale, tough luck. Wait until
Yep.
they roll around. I mean, that's kind of where it's at, where you don't really have the ability to even earn anywhere along that
Um,
spectrum of getting good at the game. And then once you
I've
do get good at the game, you still don't have a chance relative to the people that hold the NFTs. Go ahead, Bomb.
yeah, checkpoint bomb is too real. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, however, too much of a reward for the 2x, 3x, 5x holders in relation to leaderboard rankings will discourage non-holders from participating in the prize pool. That sums it up way nicer than I just said it.
Wait,
This
say that again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Too much of a reward for the 2x, 3x, and 5x holders in relation to leaderboard rankings will discourage non-holders from participating in the prize pool.
Absolutely.
Um,
And then the prize pool is just going to diminish. And so the 2x, 3x, and 5xers are going to be like, well, now the prize pool is so low because if people know that they can't get in the top 100, they're not even going to bother playing the game because that's the
right,
only way you can earn. And so they're not going to just
right.
pay to play and just
I
throw
mean,
their money at
without
it.
an NFT, how do you see yourself? Like literally, you. you're gonna have to be playing twice as much, 3 times as much, or 5 times as much as every other NFT holder to get on the leaderboard. That's
Not to
just
mention, then you're
facts.
going to have the issues where exactly what you're trying to dissuade is going to end up happening because you're going to have multiple people taking shifts to play
Right.
because that's the only way non NFT holders can even
Right.
show up on the
And
leaderboard,
then they're
right?
gonna say, "Oh, you're sharing accounts. You can't do that." And it's like, okay, well, like I don't have 5 grand to put down on an NFT. Like, yeah. So that's pretty much what we're saying here. Again, this is being written by us. That's why. Back to our point above about NFT holders winning outside of the tournament play. So let's say you play an elite and win. This is the hypothetical, and you collect all 10,000 coins. This is what it looks like. In Q4 2022, we'll have the average Gen 1 NFTs get 20%. In Q4 2022, Wings and Eyes and Halos will get 30% along with their in game
I
abilities.
think
2x get
I
100%.
think based on what we were saying, we should potentially insert there that that could be a staggered release, or let's just hypothetically put Q4 for the wings, and then let's put Q1 2023 for all Gen ones. No. You can just put it in the red text, right? The
Oh,
red
you want
text
to
right there.
say,
Yeah. So just in Q1 20,
oh, what do you want?
just in Q1 2023 for that one, right? So that
Oh,
there's a
yeah, I get it.
staggered
I get it.
release based on
Right.
seasons for yeah.
Right. By season. Yeah. All right. 2x gets 100%, 3x gets 200%, 5x gets 400%. And this is how it looks broken down. Let me change it here. Q1 2023. So this is how it looks. 10x, sorry, 10x, oh, 10x, baby. Perfect
Go
run
Great
elite.
Cardone.
Nah. Gen 2 10x coming soon. No, yeah. So Gen 1, Q1 2023. If you play the game, you get a perfect run on Elite. There's 10,000 tokens that get put into the leaderboard prize pool, while your portal winnings are 2,000 that gets put into your wallet. Wings and X and Halos, this is how it's going to look for all of them while I read chat real quick. Pardon and Doge Dash going back and forth about NFTs, blah, 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 getting scammed. Promise to send Ultra Ready's leaderboard, blah, blah, blah. It's a leaderboard term, so you didn't. This is still all NFT stuff. Okay, never mind. We're good. 2x 10,000, and then Brandon, I'm hoping you're here to see this. I know they're going back and forth, but if you're still here,
Yeah, so
I
so
got you.
pardon and Doge Dash Trainer, it sounds like they're talking about NFT sharing, which doesn't really that doesn't
Doesn't
really
it
have
doesn't matter. It's not going to
yeah,
matter
it
now.
doesn't matter relative to this, right?
Yeah. So yeah, this is 2x, 3x, and 5x. Damn, thank you for taking the time. Hey, we got you, Brandon. Don't worry about it. So yeah, this is what it looks like for the breakdown of this. That way, this is going towards the leaderboard prize as well as you're able to win. So this is kind of some wording on it. We believe this is a sustainable solution as there would be fewer than 200 NFTs that can make tokens directly outside of the tournament and leaderboard play given Q1 2023 to Q4 2022 once the seasonal cap is reached. So, additional measures Doge Dash can take to ensure long term sustainability. They can increase the cost per dash relative to the potential rewards earned from winning. Doge Dash can take a hefty percentage of the tournament slash leaderboard pool before the rewards for each position won through are displayed. So, for example, let's say everybody plays for 24 hours, you make 10 million. Doge Dash takes 5 million out of all the players that are playing. They take 5 million of the 10 million, and then they give that 5 million to the top 100 players. And it can be shown live time, but that way they're still making money for this. The next thing is increased level variations. We can't stress this enough. If you're going to be playing this game and you're going to be a professional at it and you want to play this to earn money, they can continuously add variations to it to make it harder and harder. And new, not it doesn't even have to be harder and harder. It just has to, like new
Be
variations are
different.
going to mess people up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just got to be
So
different.
having those right and having those
Wow.
variations per level would ensure more sustainable win ratios, and that way people can play and win and lose, but it keeps Doge Dash going much longer. And then you can have additions of, hey, here's a marketplace that might be added. Here's another way Doge Dash can be making money and be putting it back towards the prize pool. So yeah, that's kind of our quick little elevator pitch, as you will. I'm gonna read chat real quick. Yeah, this is a side convo. Lol. I don't know. I didn't know you could share through a QR code. You just educated me there. Obviously, wouldn't do it myself. Partner, the team formulating a response for the issues being raised. There you go, Brandon. If you have any questions, let me know. We'd love to hear from your guys' perspective on what this means for Doge Dash. Like, what do you guys think? Um, what do you think the negatives would be with this solution?
And
And again, we
again,
don't have,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, and again, also factor in like the company side, right? Doge Dash
Right,
has to make this to where it's sustainable. If it's not sustainable, it doesn't make sense for anyone. So
right.
think about what are potential issues you could see arising, because I guarantee you the team is fixated on that, because they know at this point, look, bleeding tokens, we can't keep doing that and be sustainable. So I think this putting a cap on earnings before they're really cycled amongst the existing players solves that, because you still have that new adoption, as well as NFT holders, which there's only 200 of them that would be able to do that. So even as it
Mm-hmm.
scales, the NFTs prices of those 200 is only going to increase, and you're only fixed to that amount unless they decide to increase it to, like we propose, the XIs, Halos, Wings, and then after that more of the Gen 1 NFTs, and that would just get the price of all of those to go up. And sorry, Bomb, you
Right.
were signaling what?
Yeah, I was just telling Daniel, I'll get your comment right here. I
Okay.
said posting this, guys, until you read it out loud and agree with me. Okay, wait a minute. I thought it, never mind. The long term version and plans for the team is an easy sell. The play to earn aspect is nearly an impossible sell at the moment. That's what we're trying to say. The way it's set up, it's not working. And the way they're proposing it to be set up will also crush it and make it not work with it.
In a
So,
lot of people's opinion, I guess
right.
would be not
Pardon
for
said I have
sure.
some insight on your guys' idea that make it hit a wall, but would need subject present like before. Uh, okay, you can post that if you want. Uh, yeah, okay, I'd be interested to hear it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Daniel said, "Read my above comment. Curious to see if you guys agree." Brandon said, "Frustration for the ultra rare holders. Maybe there wouldn't be any frustration. Wow, that was weird how I said that. There wouldn't be any frustration because they can win whenever they want and play whenever they want. Maybe the biggest thing that the issue with Doge Dash, they might the sounds like according to like what I just read in that chat, maybe NFT sharing is the biggest problem right now because then they can have people playing around the clock making money, which that is probably going to be the biggest problem they have.
Yeah, but
So
again, you can reduce the percentages, or however needed there, to do it where it's at least sustainable. Yeah.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
What?
Easy, simple. When the season starts, if the NFT is not in your wallet, it saves it and it's you don't get to use it. So you have to have the NFT in your wallet, unless now, but then you'd have to buy it from
No,
OpenSea.
it's just
But that
it's
works.
the no, it's the law of diminishing returns, like we talked about before.
No, yeah, but
If
you don't want to do you don't want to have a you don't want to do that. I mean, you could do that, but you I don't think that's important. You shouldn't do that for NFT holders. I think
No,
you should
but
have
you
it
can't. But think about it. If Pardon's saying, look, there's too much of a bleed even with this, one way to avoid that would be to say, hey, after you reach 500,000 tokens, it gets cut in half. And then after you
right,
reach a million tokens, it gets cut in half. So, and proportionate with, if you're a 2x holder, that's going to make more of an impact than if you're a 3x holder. And that's going to make
right.
more of an impact than if you're a 5x holder. But you can
No,
adjust whatever that ratio is based on what the company needs and what the overall win rates are, always to make it in your favor as the
right.
company. But
I
you don't
think
want
their
to take that
biggest
away entirely, otherwise you're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just saying I think their biggest concern right now is that they have too many people they think that are going to transfer the NFTs back and forth and be consistently making money 24/7. And I think that's where they think the biggest bleed is for the economists to come in and say, "Hey, if this happens, you guys are screwed. You can't have that." That's why I'm saying if you locked the NFTs to a specific wallet at the start of every season, then you wouldn't have to
Oh.
worry about it, right?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So then the sales of NFTs are going to skyrocket right at the end of every season because they're like, "Yo, I got to get my NFT for next season," and then you can utilize it from that point on, but it saves your wallet on what you have, and that way it eliminates NFT sharing unless they do it through your program. Um
Oh yeah, no,
but
and that would actually be interesting. I don't know. There would probably be some downsides to that because it would be like, but I mean,
right,
hey, you want to talk about a short-term pump when it comes to NFT prices? My goodness, like
right,
that would be, and it wouldn't even be that short term because if you think about it, even you would have mid-season transactions, and because most people wouldn't be transacting mid-season,
you could,
anyone that would
yeah,
transact mid-season would have a really high increase in their price, right?
right. Yeah,
Interesting.
can you imagine if they did every season and then there was a mid-season trading period though? It was like, hey, trades are open for one
It's
week.
almost like
If
the
you guys
winter
want to
trend.
trade,
It's the
yes,
winter transfer
dude,
window for
dude,
football, right? For
that's
soccer.
so clutch, bro. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll read chat right after this. But sorry, when we get on ideas, see that's what happens with Finn and I. We just start rolling with ideas, and it's like, come on. Ah, shoot, that's good. Oh man. All right, I'll check chat here in a minute. I see it looks like Pardon said NFTs have nothing to do with it. Um,
But hey, I
and
think
I still
that's a
like the
cool
idea.
that's a good idea. I
I
think
still
that's
like
pretty
the
cool.
season. I love that, dude. That's
And
amazing.
I love the mid-season transfer window. That's
Right,
next
right.
level.
So dope. J Dub said, Finn, you're fire. Mike said, you guys have outdone yourselves. Nicely done. Thanks, Mike. Daniel said, Doge Dash 2D, Zombie Dash, Doge Kart TV series music, plus so much more massive amount to be bullish on long term. The entire play to earn industry is still young and is still a work in progress for all projects. Exactly. They just need to make it sustainable because if that's, yeah, yep, they just need to make it sustainable. Pardon said, even if there were no NFTs, the issue I'm seeing would still be there. What is the issue? Dozash Trainer said, going to be interested what the economist says if this new model doesn't attract new address holders. Just saying. I just don't see how like somebody can pitch this to me. Like, think,
so,
how do you
so,
pitch this to somebody? Like,
here,
how do you pitch it to somebody new? Like in the world, like, hey, come play this game to make money, but hold up, you can't make money. You have to buy an NFT to like have the opportunity to maybe make money.
hey, bomb,
Um, what?
sell me this game. It's just
Okay, watch this. With the new implementation, here I can do that with the new implementation.
yeah. So
Done.
no.
You ready?
With not our not our potential
No.
implementation.
I with
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah. Sell me it.
Done.
Go ahead.
Done. Here's the deal.
Sure.
I walk into a mall and I say this. I see a. Well, I think they have to be 18 to play this game. I see an 18-year-old on their phone, and I
Yeah.
say, "Hey, have you heard of Doge Dash?" I just died. And they say, "No, I haven't." I say, "Let me tell you about it, kid. Come here."
No, they're 18. They're not a kid. They're not a
Sorry,
kid.
sorry.
18
Let me tell you
plus.
about it, buddy.
Not a kid.
Let me tell you about it, sir. Um,
Sir. Okay.
download this
Yeah.
app on your phone for the demo real quick, and then
Sure.
I wait.
I would
And
love to. Let
yeah,
me do that really
right.
quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
And he says yes. And I say, okay, there you go. And then I see him play, and this guy's really good at it. Okay, this guy's like really good at it. And I say, wow, you're really good. Did you know that you can make money playing this game? He says, wait, really? And I say, yes, you can. And then he says, well, how do I do it? And I said, well, you got to be in the top 100 players in the entire world
Oh my god.
to even make something. I mean, just something. And he says,
I'm
that
crying.
seems pretty he says that seems pretty difficult. And I said, well, let me tell you something. Finn over here is deciding to Finn actually just sold his house and his car, his 3 cars, and he's actually buying an
Okay.
ultra
Okay, we get it.
ultra
It's
rich
hard
for
to
you.
sell. Okay. You didn't have to make me cry as you were going through your mock scenario. I was like, oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
he's gonna end up being sarcastic about this. I
Yeah,
just know
100%
it.
I will, dude.
Oh my
100% I will. You
goodness.
can't sell that
I
stuff.
was I was like,
What?
oh
We
my
can't
god.
sell that stuff. No, here's really how you sell it. Hey, there's a game where you can make money playing. But here's the only problem. You have people that have a massive advantage because they're paying money for NFTs, and also they have like 6 months of experience on you. So, for example, if you play for 8 hours, um, they only have to play for two, and they're gonna make just as much as you. No, sorry, more than you. Oh shoot. Oh man.
I'm sorry, everyone. We're delirious. This is when we just it's
Hey,
we've been in the think tank for a little too long.
when you're focusing on this for 24 hours, it's hard to not like laugh at some scenarios like this. So we're doing our best to say it. I mean, we love this
Oh my
idea and
gosh.
everything. We love Doge Dash. So I mean, there's gonna be some jokes that have to be made on stuff like this. But again, we know that this is a community, or we know that this is a team that listens to that community, which is really cool. Um, so I mean that is another thing that's really awesome, that there can be some, like, I wouldn't even say like tongue in cheek, almost like whatever that means, like give and take kind of, but they still listen, which is cool, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I would agree. My goodness, my vision is still blurry from wiping away the tears. Um, I would agree 100%. You had me
Good luck
dying.
going to the mall, Finn. I'll see you at the mall. We'll
Oh
see how
right.
you
Wait,
sell.
hold on, just a second. I'll be right back.
We'll see how you sell that. Oh man. Hey chat, what's going on? Tell me something good. You guys want to know a secret? Let me read chat. Doge trainer pardon, said investors are overwhelmingly happy, players not so much. We are trying to find the balance.
So this is
Copy.
this is 100% why I needed your mall sales pitch because this thing arrived today. The
Wait, I can't see it.
This is the Doge. It's the Doge Dash onesie.
Timeout. I can't see it. Hold up. Let me pull it up.
So I
Where
was
is it?
gonna put a QR code along the front of this
Oh
thing. So
God.
the onesie arrived. So I was gonna put. Hold on. Let me just. I was gonna put a QR code along the side of that, and I needed to send revised sales pitch because the one I was using wouldn't work anymore. So,
Oh
oh
man.
my goodness, yeah. So,
That's so good.
all right.
I love
Um,
that outfit. Should we have you try it? I feel like you should just try it on for us, Finn.
Oh, I don't even know if it fits. I haven't tried it on yet. I ordered the medium, so I'm hoping it fits, but
Okay.
we'll see.
That looks great. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I'm
Uh, investors are overwhelmed, players are not so much. We're trying to find that balance. Brandon said, I don't disagree with their reasoning, but I agree with Baum and Finn that there could be another way to make it scalable and sustainable. Baum with a comedy side gig. Pardon, you're the goat. You guys are a vibe. Next duel, you guys need to both be in the onesie. If it's cold enough here, that might make sense.
I think so. I'm telling you, I keep dying on that area of level 9. I used to get through it every single time, no problem, and now it's like it's in my mind ever since I
Right.
returned to playing yesterday. And I've been
Yeah.
struggling there for some reason.
I
It's weird.
mean, the problem I see part of it, like if you guys are just going for investors, then change the company to be entertainment and just investors, because it's not just the whole
Well,
play to earn. I
I
feel like you
think
just have to change the model.
I think that's what they're doing, right? They're trying
Right.
to dip into more than just gaming. But I think you can accomplish both. You don't. It
Right.
doesn't need to be a this or that. There can be a permutation of that works for both. And admittedly, they have been giving out too many tokens to date, which is why we're in the boat that we're in
Right.
right now. For them to say, hey, we've got to change something because this isn't
Which
sustainable long
really
term.
surprised me on why they didn't come out with the variations quicker. Like if they
Yeah,
were if they were losing this much, like cut like give us some variations right now to slow the process, and then say, hey, we're looking for the elite of the elite, so that's why we're doing this. We're not going to make it so that everybody can win. We're going to be giving out new variations all the time, which would make people be like, okay, this is legit. They're serious about this. Let's figure this out and keep going. But to say, oh shoot, now we gotta like now it feels like they're just backtracking a little bit now. Once
Yeah,
they
well,
figured this out
I
almost.
think yeah, in fairness, they're running the numbers based on current win rates, based on not enough
Hmm.
variations for people that can beat elite, right?
Right.
And I think if there are more variations, like you said, the win rate changes dramatically from what it is right now.
Right.
But I
I
do
mean,
think,
I would be really curious on when once these new variations came in. I'm curious as to when the break even point was. You know,
yeah, but
that's what I'm curious about.
that's the thing too. That's why I think having seasons, or even if there were, I mean, it's probably a lot of work, but if it was monthly, right, where it's like the new
Hmm.
releases to where there was that ramp up period where basically everyone was losing to get good at it from the get go, right?
Die.
Did you
Yeah,
die? Was that level 9? Dude, level
it's
9.
it is so laggy, dude. It's
I
so
know.
hard to
It's
do it.
it's tough on 9 and 10s, the fireballs especially, because I feel like those are the ones where it kind of, because they shoot, oh my goodness, that lag was so real. How did I survive? Um yeah, because of the lag with the fireballs, you think the fireball's actually in another place,
Yeah,
and you think dash is actually in another place for you, and so you do a click pattern, but you don't realize he's actually farther along than the screen is showing him at, because the lag
yeah.
is kind of. Do you think it's because we were sharing the doc, or you have the doc open, the Google Doc?
I think it's just everybody's home on Saturday, probably using the internet.
Oh,
That's
that's
probably
probably a
just
good
what it
call.
is.
So Daniel's also
Um,
saying Finn loves the level 9 fireball. Yeah,
100%.
it's a love hate, mostly hate relationship that, that fireball and I have right now. We were good. We were getting along until yesterday, because I hadn't played in
Yeah.
like 4 days or something like that, and then I came back to playing, and
So things that can be said, because I know Pardon's got something that he says will be a roadblock to it. But for those of you that like have any ideas on this, I'd love to hear them and figure out like what things come up to being a problem in this situation.
yeah, and I guess one of the questions that I would have is, before we think of problems from the company side, because it's really hard to, we're thinking of just hypotheticals at this point,
Right.
because we don't have access to data that's important to make those determinations.
Calls. Yep.
But I do think, from the player standpoint, player side specifically, would this
That's a good
frustrate
question.
would this frustrate anyone, and if so, why and where? Right, would it
Hmm.
frustrate anyone in the chat that maybe holds a chain, or anyone in the chat that maybe is more of a casual gamer that doesn't play a whole lot, or maybe someone in the chat that doesn't win on elite but they win on normal and hard, right? Because I feel like those people are also frustrated with the new proposed system, because they're like, hey, I can't win on elite. I can only win on normal and hard. And now I'm not going to win anything at all,
True.
right?
True.
And I wasn't winning
Yep.
as much, but I was at least enjoying being able to win something. And now that's been completely taken away. So wherever
Right.
you're at with any one of those scenarios, like, basically just let us know if that's you, and if it is you, if you either like it or don't like it, or if it doesn't work for you or you think it works for you, because we wanted to try to think of something that, from the player standpoint and as much of the company side as we could with the knowledge that we had,
Right.
and which is very minimal on the company side, something that would work for everyone, regardless of where you were at. If you just had wings, just had halos, just had XIs, just had, 2x, 3x, 5x, and just as many things as we could think of. So let us know in the chat if that's, something where you think it would be good or bad, or
Hmm.
potential issues you could see arising. But we'd love to hear that.
Brandon said, "Wouldn't regional pools and NFT pools help with those issues?" No, they wouldn't, because if you had just NFT players, that means you're playing against the exact same people all the time, and then it would just completely destroy. Like
which is
that just
kind
it
of what
just
the
wouldn't work.
leaderboard is gonna do, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
You're already gonna have it and then if you separate them, then they're like, okay, well, this is stupid. So I just bought into being a harder bracket. Like, what? Like, why does that help me at all?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So regional pools, I don't that's fine. I think level pools would make more sense. So easy has their own pool, normal has their own pool, and maybe you don't have as many. I completely just froze on my screen. That was an insane lag.
Does
But yeah, I
anyone
think if you
believe
had
him?
level pools, like if you had only like a hard pool, a normal leaderboard, and an elite leaderboard, because if you only have one leaderboard,
Yeah,
good
and
luck.
I think what we proposed was you could have it, hey, you congratulate when you get that prompt, right? You've won on normal. Continue
Right,
playing on normal and participate in the leaderboard, or you're now ready for hard, right?
right,
Because once you hit your cap, the only way you can win is
wow,
through the leaderboard, right? But yeah,
right,
you should, I think, have three different leaderboards because it's just it's not going to make sense for anyone that's playing on normal and hard. There, it doesn't make sense. Like normal and hard are moot points at that point. It's really only elite. So I think that would be helpful if it was all three different levels like that, and you did have those prompts, so it guided you through the process. And I just
right.
glitched
It's like
like
no, I
crazy.
know. I lag like crazy. I think it's great because it makes it so that it's like no, whatever. It makes it like it's a story mode.
Yeah.
Um and I think that's the thing that it solves.
Who here
So
played Super Smash Bros on N64?
Paul's going to say yes.
Well,
That's
I
probably
mean, and that's another one, right? Where it's like you have your story mode, you have the things that you can earn, and then it's like the things that you earn, the characters you earn, and all that stuff. Not only does it give you training, but it helps you for when you play in group matches and just like giving you people that you would be able to use to better your situation, which is why they could also throw in that story mode, they could also put in like special coins where if like out of 100 runs that people would do, one of the small coins was like a rainbow coin, and if you collected that, then it would like give you some special ability on the leaderboard for the next 24 hours. Like
right.
you were hit with some kind of a multiplier for this lag. I'm telling you, I just I can't bomb.
I'm thinking more now. What? Let's just brainstorm this real quick on thoughts of uh things that you could buy that would um profit Doge Dash in a marketplace that you could use in Doge Dash, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes sense. And I just had to jump into chat because we had both J Dub and Daniel were saying we're just loving that Super Smash Bros. And so I'm just wanting to see what people's favorite character is. Bomb, you played You played this. We played Diddy Kong Racing. You said you played Star Fox as well.
Oh, I've played Super Smash. Yeah,
Okay.
I was mid game. I couldn't raise a hand.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Who was
yeah.
your
I mean,
character? Sorry,
I
go ahead.
think Jiggly's my favorite character in N64.
Jiggly.
Yeah, the combos are just OP.
The glitch. The
I,
lag. Yeah, I guess it's the lag. It's not the glitch. There's not a glitch there. It's a lag.
Jigglypuff is just
Oh,
in
Jigglypuff.
another level. Yeah.
I like Pikachu. Pikachu and Mario. And
Mm-hmm.
those are
They're all
just
they're all fun to play with. I
they
will say
are.
that.
Except for Link.
Link is just get out of here with that.
Link's a waste of space. his
I'm sorry, but goodbye, Link. Like
his his comeback in that game is
Daniel
terrible.
says Link/DK. I'm sorry, Daniel.
No.
But Link
DK.
is just
DK's
DK is
great.
fun. DK
DK's
is
fun.
so fun to play with. Falcon's fun. I will say
Captain
Falcon is fun to
Falcon.
play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon's good. Yoshi is kind of I would maybe put near that Link category where I
Yoshi can be good though to some extent, but
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot there to be desired.
yes. Yoshi and Samus from J-Dub. Uh-huh.
Oh, Samus. I like Samus. Samus is really good at the what is that land? Saffron City for
Saffron.
Saffron.
Yeah, I
Really
mean,
good because
you're
Samus is a
always
good
playing
defense.
Hyrule though, right? I mean, everybody plays Hyrule.
A lot
That's
of
kind
people,
of the
yeah.
that's
Um,
just the map, I feel like.
yeah, but I feel like Saffron is a good land for any defensive player. Like Samus is more defensive than quick, like the Pikachu's or the Captain Falcons or the Kirby's of the game. We're gonna have to start.
Oh,
We're gonna have to.
Kirby's good.
Kirby is good, especially at Saffron. All right, sorry, that was a
Yeah, that was
tangent,
a
but
rant. That was a rant, yeah.
thank you for indulging. Oh, and Daniel's saying Mario too. I agree. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but Mario has technically 3 comebacks in that game. You know when you get knocked off, and like a lot of people would just do the jump, and then you're up B, and where you like go up to the ledge. If you go down B, like down with your control stick and B, and you tap B, you get 3 comebacks. So Mario's comeback and Luigi too. You can do it with Luigi. You can come back like a lot farther than you would expect. So there you go, bomb tidbit for the day.
I just ran off into the ice water. I literally just brain froze. That was nothing else. I was just like, I should hit the jump button. I should hit the jump button. Oh my gosh, it's too late to hit the jump button. I'm in the water.
I feel like that happens for me too with like the fireballs. Sometimes I just don't hit it, and I'm like,
I
did my brain
I
not send the signal to the rest of my
I was
body?
just like, when are you gonna hit it? When are you gonna
Like,
hit it? Like, what are you doing? When are you gonna hit it? And I'm
hit
like,
it, hit
nah, we're going down with the
it.
ship on this one. Like, see you later. Sinking. That's what we're doing. Oh
All
man,
right. So, short of Pardon has a potential wall
yeah.
hiccup issue that we'll talk about hopefully offline with Pardon.
Him.
But any other issues, or are you
I'm
guys
happy
kind
about
of
it. There's no issues for me, but I mean, if anybody else has them, I'd love to hear them.
why did there is something that you should know though. Why did the magazine store go out of business? There were also no issues.
That's so bad. All right. Eamon said, "Bro, Finn, the last part in level 9, you should be hold before touch the second robot. Don't jump till touch it." Facts. Fortune said, "I'm trying to find reasons to continue to play. I haven't beaten normal yet. So with the PvP top 100, uh, the only profit I see myself making now is in token and NFT sale." Yep.
And that's the thing I think right
That's the
there, right?
problem.
That's the problem is it's not, and Pardon said that, right? Pardon said that. He
Right.
said it's not as lucrative for the players, and they're trying to find out how this works for the players, and currently it doesn't work for the players. And so I think yes, Doge Dash is going to be, as the team has stated, there's so much more than just the game. They're looking to do a ton more than just Doge Dash, and their eyes are there, whereas ours are somewhat there, but they're
Right.
only kind of on what we can see, what's in front of us, what's been released, and that's still just this game, right? And
Right.
so the offering has to be guided, and even if it does, like we were talking about, kick the can down the road until you have other releases,
Dude,
other games, other
right.
things, and then you change it.
Maybe
Like,
straight up, maybe this is your lost leader though. Like maybe this is where you do lose the money, but
right.
everything else is making you profit, and this is just to bring people into your whole quote unquote ecosystem of things. For example, Apple. Like it's like Apple. You have all these different products, all these different games, which they're planning on doing. Maybe this is just where you lose the money, and you're able to take that across the board to all these other games.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's hard. Yeah, I
I,
I
I
get
wouldn't
it, but
I wouldn't say you want any product to basically,
right.
especially your flagship product, to be a lost
Yeah.
leader. I think if this is so laggy, it's not even funny. I'm not gonna have a chance on these fireballs. But I do think that if they did something like we were talking about today, it
Right.
would make it so that they wouldn't lose money. I mean, I don't see how, like, they could always tweak that and adjust that with variations and in, how did I die there? See, that's what I'm talking about with the
Uh,
fireballs. It looked like it was in a different spot.
I just don't know anymore.
But anyway, it
Fortune said if the burn wallet was a rewards wallet, there would be more to play with. Yeah, but still, it doesn't solve the problem. Is the only thing. Like you can just keep giving it out, giving it out, giving it out, and then you're at some point you're gonna like just be gone.
yeah, but I think Fortune's referring to, like, if you're talking about kicking the can down the road and not
Oh right,
frustrating, like that does kick the can down the road. I
right.
mean, and I don't know if, like, I don't see how you particularly lose money though in
I don't either.
the
I
outline.
mean, I mean, I think it would be an even enough balance to where you're able to pay out NFT holders while doing the tournament and leaderboard thing,
And if it's
right?
not, you can, yeah, and if it's not, you can always adjust the variations or adjust the cap that you can earn, but you
Right,
shouldn't have no amount that you can earn on your own. There's
right,
got to be a cap, sure, but there shouldn't be no amount. Otherwise, new adopters forget about it. It's never going to happen.
right,
And if you want to incentivize people to, like Fortune was saying, people that can maybe beat normal, maybe beat hard, those people to play, you're going to need to have that ability. If you don't have that
right,
ability, they're not going to bother.
right.
So,
J Dub said, "I think until we see the next game or what they introduce next, we just speculate. I think we probably have 10% idea of what's going on in reasoning. They can't say everything, however, probably can clarify." Fortune said, "Wow, you guys died at the same time."
maybe
Yeah,
maybe the lag was just really bad there for
no,
both of us.
I think like you're saying, J Dubs. I think they do have a lot. They do have a lot in the pipeline. They have a lot of things going for them. So the problem is this is their main thing right now, right? And so if they don't figure this out, it's going to cause a lot of doubt almost in the game and like in holders. I feel like maybe not holders, just players, but your players are the ones promoting it. That's the problem. I feel
Yeah,
like your players are the ones that are like, yo, this thing's sweet. I can make a living off this. Like, check me out. It's going to create that like
I
FOMO or drive towards it.
yeah, I would say my issue is it's almost like they're trying to rebrand after 5 months.
Right.
And they're going, "Hey, we're not a P to E game anymore because, well, we're a P to E game that only 100 people can earn." Right? That's
Right.
not a true play to earn game in the sense that most people would think of a
Think
play to
of.
earn game. And so if you're a P to E game that isn't doing P to E, it's kind of like, well, oh my goodness. It's kind of like, well, then what are you? And until you have other products that are out there, other than, I died at that same spot, and I don't
Dude,
know.
there's
That's
just no way to
crazy.
play this game today, bro.
So I don't know if I don't know if you share the same thoughts there, but that's what. I didn't realize I was in game. Um, that's my thought. I think if you're a P to E game, you have to be good at the P to E. Otherwise, like, you're not a marketplace yet. You're not an
Right.
ecosystem. You're not an entertainment company. Yeah, that could be in future development, but right now, what you have is a game, and you have a game that, if that new system is unveiled, it's not going to go well for people that basically are not in the top 100. We have a comment here from Checkpoint. Checkpoint said, "Just can't believe all those coins that will be earned will just be useless if not in top 100." LOL. Yeah, I think that's what needs to really be fixed, right? Is the fact that we're just checking the prices.
Maybe.
I think people are waiting for clarification, and my
Yeah.
concern, because I noticed that the floor price for NFTs in general went down,
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
I know, and I wasn't. It did. I will say it didn't go down as much as I thought it might, which is definitely
Nope.
good. People are still either people are unaware, they're waiting for clarity, if they don't know, or they think that hey, no, this is like we do, right? There's still we have so much faith in the project as a whole, and we have so much faith in the team, and we have faith in what they've done to get to this point and how they've listened to the
Right.
community. So I never think anything that they've done is final because they've proven that it's not. And they've proven that they're willing to listen to feedback and be dynamic and change when needed. Um, and so that's kind of what I would just say, to anyone that's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm selling out. I'm done with this project." Take a
Perfect score on
second.
level 1.
What's that?
Perfect score on level 1, by the way.
Nice. I just say take a breath, like take a second, think about why it was you got into Doge Dash in the first place before for some of us, that was before the game even came out, right? That was before you could
Mhm.
even earn, and it was just a concept that we thought, hey, this is going to be cool when it's actually rolled out. What happened there, Mom?
There's still like 3 different lags, and I was, like, playing the lag, and then I wasn't playing the lag, and then I just didn't move.
It's just different dimensions that you were just playing in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
So I would just say be open in your feedback, but let's maintain as much positivity as possible because I think
Yep.
like we talked about before, they've definitely earned that from my perspective where I think like they've been open, honest and respectful, and I want to give them the same courtesy as well as be positive that what they're doing is trying to make a better ecosystem as a whole for us all, and there's a way that we can accomplish it, and I think and that's why we put our heads together and we were thinking how can we accomplish that and come up with a solution that supports the players, supports the token holders, supports the NFT holders, and is long-term sustainable for the game,
Mhm.
and not just the game but the company as a whole. um,
Right.
so curious to see what happens there. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be rolled out in what, like 10 days or so at the
Yeah, I
same
think as Paul
spot.
Paul said 7 to or 10 to
We both, okay, I feel like we're getting hit with the lags at the same time because we both die within like 3 seconds. And it's like it gets really laggy and then it's kind of a little bit better. It's kind of strange.
I don't know. It could be. But yeah, I think they said in the AMA their plan is to do it within 7 to 10 days or within the next 2 weeks at least. So, I would say expect changes this week or right after the AMA probably next week. And they'll odds are they wait for the next AMA to be honest, to clarify everything.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I would say they wait because
I
they're
don't know. I think they've realized that they might need to hop on and
oh, and say
clarify some
something.
things. Yeah, I think
That's true.
maybe that would be helpful for some people because I feel like the majority of people that are trying to explain it now are the mods or
Right.
community members, and the messaging, I don't want to say it's kind of created some kind of ambiguity where people were asking each other after and still today I noticed in
Right.
Discord like everybody's asking that, and it's like
Right.
everyone's still seeking clarification. So unless they go through the channels to Discord, like and find where it's posted or other people ask the same questions or on Telegram or wherever, I feel like they're going to be missing some key information as investors. So I feel like that would be helpful, but we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens. Here,
Doge's trainer said players who won and sold screwed us. So it had to be swayed back towards investors. I can't read the last line because I'm in game now.
hang on, I'll get to.
Crypto went down.
I will get to it. I don't know that they made it difficult. I mean, yeah, I feel like
I don't think
players
the sellers screwed us. I
because well,
think it's
yeah,
crypto.
I think crypto as a market is down right now because like I think Bomb and I win a pretty fair amount of tokens, and we haven't sold a single token to my knowledge.
No, I haven't
And
sold anything.
yeah, so I mean, it's like most of your winners are people that have played enough to get good at this game. From the people that I've seen, they really believe in the project, and that's kind of what they're.
Dude,
Are you just? Oh, wait, that means I'm gonna face a lag around here too. I'm alive. I survived it. I didn't get a terrible lag there though. That's good. Can you get chat real quick? And I feel like we could kind of wrap it up pretty soon, unless you guys have additional questiones. Let's see. Crypto went down, so it's not a reaction. 100% changes. Doge Dash Trainer saying Ethereum is 2600, 2670. Um, Daniel saying thanks for the
Finn,
chat. What's that?
I was gonna say Finn's like, oh, I better buy some Ethereum.
No, I mean it was down lower. I think it got
Yeah.
beneath 2000 barely. It was pretty low. And it was hovering in the low twos for a little bit.
Hmm.
But it's low compared to what, like, obviously it could be.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll read Daniels if you want to move on, or if you're. Oh no, you have time. Never mind.
yeah, let me just once I get past this. There we
Thanks
go.
for the chat session, guys. All right, you go.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Um, Thanks for the chat in session, guys. Love your thoughts as always. Keep up the great work for the community. Doge Dash definitely needs you guys, the voice of the players. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Daniel. Um, I think what's important is for us to have a dialogue as players and
Mm,
as investors and NFT holders, and then communicate that concisely and I don't know what the right word is, non-bitterly, you know,
mm-hmm.
to Doge Dash, so it's not like, well, this is dumb. I'm out, and I'm gonna sell,
Right,
and I'm gonna tell everyone on Twitter and Reddit and wherever I can get my hands on that they shouldn't invest in it because it's a rug pull and it's trash. Like you see so many people do that, and I feel like our goal with having these like discussions and conversations and putting together potential solutions is to show that like no, like we're invested and we believe in the future of Doge Dash, which is why we're doing any of this and why we care this much. And I think it's equally as important that we get feedback from you guys to see, hey, are we just off our rockers and thinking that this could be a solution and we're just not thinking of things, but having that dialogue so that we can actually have a voice as players in order to get something potentially done, because we don't know what
right,
what can happen, but if we don't say anything then we already know what can happen and it's going to be nothing, right?
right.
So once we say something we at least have the opportunity to enact some kind of change.
Dojash Trainer said, Pardon said investors are overwhelmingly happy, so they accomplished a short-term win right away. I mean,
I Okay, I'll
short
let you
term,
I'll let
like,
you go and then I'll go.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, you can get investors to invest in just about anything. Let me just put it that way. I mean, to s- I'm sure to the real people that are actually investing in this know a lot more than we do. I'm sure, because I bet Paul goes over his plan with them for X amount of years or whatever, and that's why they're mostly stoked. I think. Uh, you can get investors based on that, but I don't know how investors are saying, "Hey, the price looks great today." I mean, that's not it. I think that's mostly that they're like, "Okay, this is cool long term. What you have planned with everything." The
Yeah.
vision, I don't think we get to see.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say we don't get to see as much of the vision,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
But we know like there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and that they are talking about things greater than just Doge Dash and just Doge Dash. You're
Mm-hmm.
joking me. You are joking me. Level 9 again.
Yo, Brandon just had a huge bet on the Mavericks and game winning three. Nice.
Love that. You love to see it. Investors happy, great, but it won't survive long term without the players. Simple. I think no
I
worries,
mean,
Brandon. Sorry, not related. I think I think the long-term strategy is good, but I think Baum said it a little bit earlier that if your short-term isn't good or you're frustrating the people that are involved in it on the ground floor, it can be good long term and it can have a good vision, but so far all Doge Dash is right now currently the short term is it's a P to E game, right? But now it's a P to E game without the E. And it's
yeah,
it
no, I
go ahead.
agree. Yeah, no, I agree, and I think the thing is, y- the thing that I would assume Paul is most likely selling to actual investors is not P to E.
Right.
He's selling
It's the whole thing.
entertainment thing. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's where investors are stoked. Whereas us players, we only see P to E, and that's the problem.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's I think that's the big thing there is like we're like, hey, it's P to E, and as players, like this is not going to be great for players, and so that's why we're trying to think of something to be good both short term and long term, and still satisfy Paul's vision for the long term of Doge Dash, while also
right.
encompassing the short term for you know
God,
holders that are in the same
I'm like
boat here.
super curious now onto what Pardon thinks the roadblock is.
Well,
Like I'm thinking like, oh, okay, wait, let's assume that we get like a ton of players. Well, no, that would still do it. That's not a difference. That's not terrible at all. Like, well, just like going through all these scenarios that are just something so I can think of something, but
Well,
I
I think what we
just
should
have no
do,
idea.
maybe let's wrap up the stream pretty soon, and then maybe
Yeah.
let's dive a little deep. First of all, let's wrap up the stream so we are not dealing with lags anymore, even though you're about to win with a lag. Nice job.
There we have it. I think
Um,
that could be my highest score, by the way.
really?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. But I think let's wrap up the stream and
Computer.
then see what we can do and see if there are some conversations that we can have. Um,
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is high score.
97-10.
Way to go, bomb.
Huge.
All right, I'm just gonna. This will be my last run, and then
All right.
we can do
I'm
that
gonna
if
need to
that
get something to eat and drink probably, but
for sure. And
yeah,
thanks.
guys.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry.
Yep. It's all you.
Oh, I was just
Whatever
gonna
makes you feel
say.
comfortable.
I was just gonna say thanks to everyone for hopping on, and I mean it's cool to see community members doing this on a Saturday and having this or Sunday, depending on where you're at, and having this dialogue. Um, oh wait, hold on.
I got it. Play your game.
Oh wait, someone's saying something about level 9. So read that off for me
Yeah.
because I'm in a mental block on level 9 for
Level
some reason.
9. The last part in level 9, you should be hold before touch the second robot. Don't jump till touch it. Yeah.
Wait.
So, in other words, when you jump, you've already let go to press the jump button again. So you should be holding before you touch the second robot. Don't jump till you touch it.
So it's wait, you're holding before you hit the robot, and now you're saying jump
No, what
until you
I think
touch
what
it?
they're saying is that you've been jumping after you're touching it. You see, I just hold it after
Oh, after you jump, so you
I
do a
hold.
click click,
Yeah.
basically a click click and hold.
It's not a click click, it's just like a tap and then I hold it. I don't know what I do.
Hold on, show me.
Um
Just do the controller pattern like
I don't even remember. It's
in the microphone or something.
something you feel, man, you
You just
know?
gotta feel it. Just gotta
Daniel
feel it.
said, with your plan, assuming there's a high number of winners that can play and win outside of the tournament in leaderboard mode, sure, they can filter back through the leaderboards, but where are the winning tokens coming from? That's maybe what Pardon's roadblock is.
Wait. Playing assuming they that can play and win outside the tournament in leaderboard mode. Sure, they can filter back through the leaderboards, but where are the winning?
I don't think they've never discussed getting tokens back into it.
What do you mean?
They've never discussed a plan on how they plan on increasing their winning pool, did they?
I don't know, but here's and we the proposed solutions at the end was there was also one that basically just said like all you need to do too, and I don't think anyone would complain at this. You can just increase the cost per dash,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I don't would you like care tremendously bomb if they doubled the price to play?
Here's what I thought. What if you had it to where if you win, it was still 100, but if you lost, it was like 1,000
If you win it's 100, but if you lost it's 1,000?
to play? Yeah,
What?
I don't know. Whatever. It's a
No,
thought.
I was saying
You know what? You know what?
I
Whatever,
was
Finn.
saying your reward. So basically, instead of like on elite, right? Every time we win, it pays for 100 dashes. I'm saying, what
Right.
if every time we won, it paid for 50?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's
You
either
could do
that or
that.
increased
Yeah.
variations, both of which like I'm good with either one,
Yeah.
and it both of those lower the win to reward ratio.
Right. Doge Trainer said I went around a Telegram with big investors and DMs, so I actually did more pulling than you think. Don't dismiss what I said. I don't know what you said up. I don't see anything that you see up above.
Um, I just see the.
Um,
Oh, maybe it's up
yeah.
high. I read off the pardon said investors are overly happy. Players who won
Uh,
and sold screwed us, so it had to be swayed to investors to bring balance. But also,
yeah.
it's partly. Is
I
it
don't.
that one?
Just
I thought
have
we
just
read
have
that one.
just yeah. Just Trainer. Just clarify that. But Trainer said I was in chat with Chrome early. He's got 300 million Doge Dash, 2 ultra rares, and 40 NFTs. Yeah, good. That's good for him.
All right, wait here. I'm doing this thing. You need to tell me
All right, do it.
what the click pattern is again.
It's not a click pattern. You just literally hold before you touch the robot. Is what I'm gonna say.
Okay, and do I just need to
That's
believe?
all you do.
Is
Yeah,
that
just
also
believe.
something? Okay, cool.
Believe in yourself, Finn,
Do
and you
you
can do
believe in
anything.
life after love? Here I go.
Infinitely grateful for you, Dashers. You to bomb. Hey, thank you, Fortune. We appreciate you. See, that's how you do it.
Oh, well,
Easy,
easy peasy.
easy.
Why didn't
Good
you
luck
tell me
on
that?
10.
Why didn't you tell
No, I'm
me?
saying with your solution, if someone wins elite 10,000, they get 2,000, but where is the other 8,000 coming from or going to? Does it come from the rewards wallet? Which is the win percentage is still high, it would bleed the wallet still. That's true.
Wait, hold on. I want to address that. I just need this for my sanity.
Hey, what's up, Never Camping? Welcome. I'm gonna just
Hold
beat level
on.
10 real quick. That's a good point, Daniel. Um
Hold, please. Don't
oh, I
bomb.
got it. I got it. Easy. I got it. Easy.
Wait, hold on.
Easy.
I don't even know what the problem
Easy.
is, and you're already coming up with the
No,
solution.
yeah,
Stop it.
I
Oh,
already got the
perfect
solution. You
score
have
on
fun.
level 10.
So, Daniel, here's the deal. If someone wins elite 10,000, they get 2,000, but where does the 8,000 come from?
Wait,
Here's
say that again. I missed. That was
I'll
quiet.
okay. No, I'm saying with your solution, if someone wins elite 10,000, they get 2,000, but where's the other 8,000 coming from or going to? Does it come from their rewards wallet? Here's the deal. It's I'll raise you one. It's already coming from the rewards wallet anyway. Because if I'm playing in this tournament style, they're gonna have to pay out the same amount anyways. So now it's making it so that you're you're able to take off the top. So let's say 10 million coins are made in 24 hours, but you only give 5 million away, which leaves 5 million for you to then give to these NFT holders. That way it's completely even and exact. It's the same cost of what they're looking to do with this new, uh, whatever you want to call it, this new system, right?
I'm gonna just have to read the chat because I don't understand what was the solution, much less the question. So hang on.
There you
Oh
go.
hey, never camping. Welcome. Yo yo yo. Dashing and chatting here. He said, "Come on,
Does
bro,
that
don't
make
do the same move
sense,
on
Daniel?
level 9, LOL." I'm on it. Yes. You got to risk it for the biscuit for all of us. Solid run from never camping. Yes, Finn. Or actually, that's a yas, Finn from Fortune. Okay, so here's what Daniel's saying. No, I'm saying with your solution, if someone wins Elite 10,000, they get 2,000, but where's the other 8,000 coming from or going to? Does it come from the rewards wallet? Well, so right now, I mean, essentially, if I win 10,000, they're paying me 10,000 out of the that
Pool.
wallet, right? So
Right.
their current it's not changing the situation currently. It's actually helping where unless you're an NFT holder that has a 2x, 3x or 5x, you have a cap with the certain amount that you can earn. And again, they can change whatever.
No. That's not it. No, that's not it though. He's saying that, for example, you play the game. Where does the 8,000 come from? That's going to the pool. But the thing is that we're already doing that. We're
Right.
already with their new system. It's already going to be happening that way, anyways. This way, we're making it so they can skim off the top and then pay the NFT holders, which would keep everybody happy.
Yeah. Because I think
But
with that amount going to the tournament play, it gives them the opportunity to tax however much they want to while still
right.
making the reward for 1 through 100 enough of a reward to where it makes sense. Because if you see, hey, if I win first place, I get 5 million, you don't care if they took out 12 million of the tokens before it even reached you. And I think it would be even cooler if you saw kind of in live time, it was a live
Right.
count on 1 through 100, all of those positions, not only where people were at in the 1 through 100, but also the rewards were a live number that were counting there too, that were kind of indicating
Hmm.
like, hey, position 99 now is going to get this amount, it is
That would create so many people to like be trying for it too, which is cool which would be really cool to see,
right.
if it's a live table like that.
And but the live table would also have to show not just your name and the reward, but also how many tokens you have so people could know how many more would be needed to get there and kind of have that incentive. But
Mm.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think that's something that could somewhat work there. So Fortune saying, "Great job, you go." Daniel's saying, "Yeah, I get what you are saying. I'd need to see the math on paper to fully understand your proposed ecosystem." Mike saying, "Night
Yeah.
guys, good chat. Very interested for next AMA. LOL."
Night,
See you
Mike.
later, Mike. Thanks for joining in the discussion and hopping on. Never camping saying, pegged to the multiplier, 2x charges 2 dashes, which would be 200 Doge dash. 3x charges 3 dashes, which would be 300 Doge dash. Same for 5x 5 dashes. So basically, what he's saying is you would be, if you have a 2x, right, and you're playing with it, instead of it only costing 100 Doge dash tokens, it would cost 200 because you're paying double. It's almost like if you're playing Texas Hold'em and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna what is it called? Split. I'm gonna split." You're putting your tokens in, or if you like double down, you're
Right.
you're putting that amount on the other one, and you're upping your ante in that game. Yet at the same time, your rewards are going to be 2x'd. So yeah, that
I
would
think
be
I think the biggest problem is they put too much. It's too. Their only revenue source right now for Doge Dash tokens is dashes, and that's, I think, the problem. But in order to make it a competition based game, that way it stops people from wanting to spread information on how to beat the game, which is a good idea to make it so that people don't win as quickly and as fast, right? But it's not going to work for
I'm
people
still
yet.
going to share the game.
You're still gonna what?
I'm still gonna share the game. I
Oh
would
yeah,
still
obviously you and I are still gonna do it because we're not we're probably not gonna play leaderboard, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I probably wouldn't play leaderboard. I'd just be like, yo, just give me the NFT, let me make money with the NFT, and let other people go for the leaderboard. That's perfectly fine. But I think having the competition is good. It slows the win rate down tremendously because then nobody's going to want to share how to necessarily win, and you're going to have people aren't going to want to sit there and watch other people making money. They're going to want to play, which is going to cost dashes, which is good. But they need to come up with a different revenue source rather than just having dashes be their revenue source. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
and I think that's in there, right? Where
Yeah,
that's proposed solutions there, and I also think that it needs to encompass the casual gamer, the person that's either
right,
winning on medium or sorry, normal and hard, as well as the person and can't beat elite, as well as the person that is able to beat elite but is only gaming for 2 or 3 hours a day because guess what, like they have to work, like
right,
they
right,
if this is catering to people that are over 18 and not kids or not
right.
anything else, like Bomb and I both have full-time jobs, and we talk about like, hey, when we hop on our streams and we're doing that, we're kind of doing that toward the end of the workday, but not really fully the end of the workday. But like it's hard to say that, hey, like you'd have to game for 10 hours a day to even have a chance at redeeming some tokens. It's just not feasible for a lot of people. So,
Right.
anyway, I think that's
Yep. That's
all right.
that, as they
Daniel
say.
saying, I agree, it's definitely a much better solution. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that if the winning percentage outweighs the buy ins, it's still a bleeding problem, maybe skimming more off the top, etc. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm fine with them if they skim, if the overall prize pool for the leaderboard is 20 million, yet people can still earn from NFTs and all of that. And you don't know that of that 20 million, they're taking 15 million out of 35 million, right? Like, I don't mind because as long as the people that invested in the project that have NFTs, that they're able to still play casually when they want to just log in and play with their 2x, 3x, 5x and win 2 times or 3 times rewards relative to someone that doesn't have one, or if they want to up the variations, up the cost per dash, all those things can get them to pay out less and make more money for each, you know, dash or each payout. So I don't know. That's just
This Let me just read this next comment. This is a great point. I think they want the rewards wallet exclusively for the one run competitions, which they can slowly draw on for many years. The new leaderboard system they propose doesn't touch the reward wallet. True. So here's what we're saying. It also wouldn't touch the reward wallet if you did the same thing for NFTs, because if you had enough people shilling and saying, "Hey, come play this game, you can be in the top 100, you can make this money." You have all those players playing to where they make the money, as well as that percentage you cut that to where it pays for all the NFT players as well. That way you wouldn't even have to touch the reward wallet because it's working both ways. You just need to have enough players playing over here to then counteract the percentage for NFT players,
right.
if that
And the
makes sense.
the issue if you don't do that is you're not going to have, like, under their proposed solution, you're not going to have new adopters. You're not going to have new
Right.
players. And I think with everything that they have going on in the ecosystem, part of it might just be like at the end of the day, it kind of is what it is because we're focusing on being much more than a P2E company now. And I
Yeah.
think if that is the direction, like sure, I get it because you have to be so much more and you can't be out of cash before you have a chance to be
Right.
so much more. So that's why I don't mind the slow bleed as much for this game,
But you
especially.
wouldn't have to bleed that way. You know what I mean?
Right, but for I'm saying for certain people that think it might
Yeah.
be a slow bleed, I don't
Right.
mind it as much even if it is. Because right now,
Yeah.
I think basically what you're doing is you're saying, well, that we're bleeding too much right now, so instead of bleeding, we're going to make sure we're not bleeding at all, and they're basically going to take each other's money in a
Yeah.
tournament play. And it's
Daniel,
like,
that was a great question though. That's a perfect question.
um
Um, that is
what
a
is
and then you couple that with what Finn said, and let's say, oh shoot, we only had X amount of players play for 50 million or this day or whatever it is. Like let's say that, then you're able to say, okay, wait, we have too many people playing with NFTs, and the balance isn't gonna be right with the numbers we have. Then you can lower the percentage of NFT holders' percentage of win rates and say, hey, if you got to get out there and chill now. You got to get out there and get more people playing, because then you have people, the
right.
first generation people are going to be pushing this thing like crazy, because the more people that are playing, the more money they can make, and that way their percentage wouldn't.
Right.
That's
That's
genius.
no,
That's
that's what we're
genius.
saying about the diminishing returns. So basically, if
Yep.
that diminishing return number was dynamic based on the amount of holders coming in and the people that were paying to play, that diminishing return for 2x, 3x, and 5x all being different. And again, in our thing, we gave hypotheticals. But if it was, hey, we've only had 50,000 new holder or new players, whatever that number is, right? It's a hypothetical. We only have 50,000 new
Yeah.
players. So 2x's win rate is going to be this. 3x's is going to be better. It's going to be this. And 5x's is going to be this. But hey, our volume just doubled, right? Our new
Right.
players.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so
Right.
now
Right.
2x's amount goes up here, 3x's
Right.
amount goes up here, and 5x goes up
Right.
here. But you can also
And
have those amounts diminishing throughout the season so that
right.
after you hit 500, things. It's almost like if anyone's involved, and I
Right.
hate to say other projects, I hate it, but if you're involved, and again, this one doesn't cost anything, so I don't care. But
Uh,
Pi blockchain, if anyone's ever mined Pi, there's a halving that happens where basically the more people that you have added in your network, the higher your mineable rate. And then there are certain periods where the mining gets
right.
halved and it drops down. So I think it solves that, and they could just make that number as dynamic as they want it to be. It just shouldn't be zero for
Right.
for anyone
Right.
that has one of those high volume NFTs.
And I think people are concerned. Oh, well, then you have to have an NFT to win, but it wouldn't, because you'd cap it for every season. Which, speaking about that, I mean that could be a situation where it could cause people to only play for uh, a new season coming out. But I feel like you would make more money off dashes than you would giving away. To be
Right, and
honest,
that's the thing
but
with if and if, even if you did it
yeah,
like if you had to do it more frequently or add more variations or do it monthly instead of
right,
seasonally, you can always say, hey, like when they announce these new variations, right? People burned through so many dashes in that first week without
oh yeah.
ever winning on Elite. Like nobody won inside the first week. It was only after the first week that people started winning on Elite when bugs were fixed, when
Right.
they learned the level and all that stuff. And so I feel like they could do that. And then after that week long period, they have all the solutions that, we just mentioned, coupled
The
with they could increase variations. They could do more gameplay once they
the
hit that point
crazy
of,
thing,
go ahead.
yeah, I think the craziest thing is that we just talked about. I mean, you probably knew it, and I just didn't vocalize it, but you don't even have to dip into the reward wallet, or even with our system, which is insane. You the
Oh,
thing
you mean
is that
if those numbers are dynamic on the 2x, 3x, and 5x?
right,
Yeah,
and then it
right.
causes it more of a community to say, hey, if you guys want to make more, go shill this thing and get more people playing,
Oh
and
my
then
goodness,
oh, that's frustrating.
I know.
And it gets more people working. Doge Dash Trainer said, "Bomb, you can play on the weekends. Nothing you stopping you on the weekend. Family time is stopping me on the weekend a lot of the time. Um,
I will
but
attest to that. That's only one day a
yeah,
week, and for a
right,
game like this, you should be able to play it like an hour or two if that's what you wanted to do. I mean, like nobody
right,
should be playing this game. Like I get that people want to play this game like nonstop, but I think their current system, and Paul said this on his thing, and I think we said this on the last stream. He's like, I don't want people to just be like bleeding on the keys. And then, like, right
right,
after he was like, well, there's going to be like 24-hour competitions. And it's like, well, it's a 24-hour
dude.
competition every day, like you're gonna kind of be you're going to town for 24 hours. So I think they're gonna figure this stuff out. They're trying the opposite end of the spectrum, and they're
Yeah,
seeing what issues come from it. And I think they're going to adjust accordingly. Trainer also said, oh, actually, Daniel
yeah,
said skimming the leaderboard entries to pay for the outside normal play to earn with NFT system. Got it now. Perfect. Yeah, I think that would work. And Doge Trainer saying since daily leaderboard.
he
Daniel
just
saying, "Yep, totally
yeah.
on board now. Wrapping my head around it makes sense." Never camping saying, "LOL, bye network." Yeah, sorry again. I don't like to do. It was more to explain a concept than it was to shill anything because again, that's something that you don't really buy anyway. So I felt okay doing that. But let's see,
Do you guys?
trainer. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, trainer just saying, do you guys actually know how much is in the rewards wallet? Big answer to that is no. And I don't think that short of why is my camera just acting up?
I would say no, but
Focus.
with our solution, it wouldn't matter because we're not touching the reward wallet
Correct.
because you could use. Yeah, the problem is numbers just need to be done. We just need to see numbers to see mathematically if it even makes sense because maybe that's what Pardon's saying is like, no, you guys are like way off. It doesn't make any sense mathematically because we only have no, but no, there's no way.
But
Like you
if
got to be
if it
making. There's
doesn't
people are
make
making so
sense, if
many.
it doesn't make sense now, it incentivizes the community to drive the betterment of those numbers.
Right,
It's like
right,
an MLM. It's like a multi-level
right.
marketing plan, right? Which is basically any publicly
Yeah,
traded company ever. You can just push it, and the people that are invested earlier that have those Gen 1 NFTs that are supposed to be getting the majority of those rewards, they're going to be your
yep,
biggest shill army with
yep.
this. So, I
We
don't know.
got it, dude. I'm I am so happy because I never thought about it that way. That it's literally not even going to touch our system. Doesn't even touch the reward wallet, and it makes NFT holders. Yeah, it's going to be super good for NFT holders, but that's the way people wanted it, and that's the thing is like, yeah, it's still a level playing field to where you can, if you don't have an NFT, you can still make money. But for those of you that do have NFTs, you're in this premium bracket because you took the investment on us.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I think we do because I think we only had the diminishing returns listed on the sheet, and we can
mhm,
add that dynamic number based on the amount of paid dashes, right? It's based on
right.
the amount of paid dashes and how that NFT number would fluctuate in accordance with that. Um,
Right.
all right. Well,
You
we're
got the
gonna
next
have
comment here
to.
real quick.
What's that?
Just get this next comment real quick. I just saw it,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
should read it.
So, uh, Daniel saying correct your system doesn't touch the reward wallet. That's huge. Daniel also saying, all right, this is Sunday for me in Australia. Got to get to the family. Great chat. See you guys again soon. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you hopping in here and joining. Patrici, we have a message
That was
retracted. Can't see it.
that was what I wanted to see. He said, "How do you sell your new system to a completely new player?" That was his question. Like in summary, that was what he
Oh,
said.
okay, yeah, cool. So I would say I would sell it very similarly to how I'm selling the current game now, only I would
Hmm.
sell it one better and I'd say also they have these NFTs which like it actually doesn't really change from the initial sales pitch. It
Right.
actually remains pretty consistent because you can play to earn and from the get-go if you just start out and you learn how to win you can earn from the get-go. It actually enhances the sales pitch because you have that
Hmm.
plus nfts that are basically going to pay out in accordance with the number of new users, but then you also have the added bonus of the tournament and the
Right.
leaderboard, which are additional add-ons and other ways that they can earn if they get so passionate about the game because they're winning from the early stages, that they can actually win more later on. Because if you don't have them winning until they're in the top 100, I'm sorry. Bomb and I were talking about this, and we're like, we never would have picked up Doge Dash if we weren't rewarded with our hundreds of dashes early on with some tokens won when we were learning the game. So I think that that's super
Yeah.
important to have some winning there too.
Yeah.
Um, I'm on I'm on
Finish
a.
your.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say finish your game because I'm hungry, tired, and I need to get off soon.
Okay, sounds good. I'll finish the game here. Do you want to get
Yeah.
chat?
Yeah, I got
Starting with
chat.
the retracted message and below.
Yeah. Hey man, before the new system, we have time to collect as much as we can 24/7. Let's go. Yeah, I'd say if if you want, I'd grind the game as much as you can, and you can get as many coins if they implement this new system. Patrici, if your suggestions are implemented, how would you convince me to start playing as a new player? I agree with your NFT holder, investor, and elite player. And then said, I maybe misunderstood your suggestions. I thought only NFT holders would win outside of tournament. Uh, yeah, no. So I'll just quickly go over it again. It's actually there's a cap, so you do it by seasons, and every season, however you want to divide that, if it's monthly or quarterly, you can make 100K max on the levels that you play. The neat thing here is that it is always changing with variations, so you can always make some money playing for free, but there's a cap. So then that's normal, hard, and elite. And 100,000 is very little. You could have part of the leaderboard funds go to pay for the new players as well as the NFT things, which is it's a great solution for that actually. So that's how you can, for example, I think yeah, we said it here. This encourages skill development within the game. So we tell, okay, you're a new person, play the demo, learn how to do that, then move to normal, you can win 20,000. Move to hard, you can win 30,000. Play on elite, you can win 50,000. If you want to just stay with normal, there's a whole leaderboard just for normal. So play normal and just you can grind normal if you want and you can stay there and then just play in the leaderboard. That's fine, but you're winning tokens for everybody else that way too, you know.
Yeah, and
So it's a it's
basically what
perfect.
happens is win, um, after you win in normal, right, and you've exceeded your 20,000, you'd get a prompt that would say, "Congratulations, you are ready uh, for hard level now. Like you have achieved this. Can like basically saying play hard now, or you can still win by playing tournament mode on normal level, right? But you're faced with that prompt, which basically encourages you to be to
Right.
move over if you want to continue winning the next 30,000.
Yep. They had freaking
I think
solved
I think we just need to add the dynamic numbers to the thing. We wanted to make sure that
if
we're
needed.
well, yeah, we wanted to just make
Yeah.
sure that we were communicating it in a way that made sense on more of a grand macro perspective. Because if that
Right.
doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense when you get into the minutia. So we can add that and you know oh, I'm on level 9 here, so bomb. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
win
yeah,
really
yeah.
quick, and
No,
then
yeah.
we can close
Fortune
it out.
says, "Thank you, gentlemen." He's Mr. Bombastic, and we call him Fantastic. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds so good to me. Yeah, I think this is a great solution that'll completely change things around, and it helps. Oh,
I forgot the click pattern. I wasn't thinking. I know what it is. I promise. I'll do it
yeah.
next time. Shoot. Uh
Alrighty. Well, I think we should call it here, though.
yeah,
I'm.
we can go ahead and call it here. Thank you everyone for hopping on and listening to
Mm-hmm.
that. We'll connect with some people about that and then refine some things. Send it off, and that's what we can do as community members. That's what we can do.
Yep.
So thank you for your help in refining that as much as possible. Patrici saying, got it. Thanks, guys. I think these are good suggestions and should be brought to Paul and the team. Benefits and incentivizes all stakeholders. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Fortune saying, yes, that sounds good to me. Thank you again, everyone, for hopping
Perfect.
on and having this bomb. Pleasure, as always.
As always. Yep.
I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Sounds
Enjoy the
good.
rest of your weekend. Talk to you
Have a good
soon.
one.
Bye.
Bye.